All right. I think we are live. What's good, everyone? OJ here. Welcome back to the stream. Today, we got a great show for you guys, man. Very excited to talk about various different gaming news, various different gaming things that are happening, and of course, answer all of your questions as more information starts to roll in about game keys, about actual physical games, about digital games, about this and about that. It's kind of like all over the place. So we're going to get into everything. Pre-orders. There's so much stuff to get into. We've got new updates and analysis from different places out there with Nintendo Switch 2 sales. We've got updates on different games coming, Madden, third-party file sizes. There's like just a number of various little things to talk about here and there. The PsyOps, the actual PsyOps overall, Mario Kart World as well. There's been some interesting stuff reported with that game. Apparently people are just outright buying the game physical as well. I mean, yeah, the bundle's very popular, but it seems like people are just plopping down that extra 10 for the game. So we're going to talk about that, talk about who actually paid the extra 10 for the game or not. I know my man Stealth pretty much bought Nintendo Switch 2 editions of lots of games physical. So yeah, that was very interesting. But let's get into this though. Let's get into it. I want to first start off by saying shout outs to everybody here. Big thank you for the big love and support on last night / yesterday's stream. Justin.
That pre-order situation put gray in my hair. Lol.
Bro, I was about to, bro, same thing with me. Thank you for the big Jojo Dono. We out here tonight already hitting us with that 10. You guys know the same deal. We get to the 60, 1 hour extension. Here we go. But right now, first one up. Let's get the 15 first. Big love to my man Justin. But yes, it was very stressful. Quite possibly the most stressful. And I still, you know what? I actually could have went, like one of my brother's friends texted me. The GameStop close to my house, basically, they didn't really have anybody there. Everybody went to the GameStops that were in the city. Like were like more in the city. So like the one in the mall, the one that's like near the mall, that's where everybody was at. Everybody was at the ones in the mall and near the mall. Nobody was on the outskirt. Like the one that I live was like on the outskirt one. So nobody was at that one. So I could have just walked in and got it, you know? That's the funny thing. That's the most hilarious thing out of all that. Like I could have just walked in the morning and there was nobody else there because everybody went to the bigger, more busier ones in the inner city. So that was interesting. Shout out to Justin. Thank you for the $10 dono. I do appreciate that big $10 dono. Thank you so much. First one on here. Love the thumbnail. Thank you, party man. Good to see you here. Gonzo Gamer. What's up, Gonzo? Triple X. What's up, everyone? Man, it's got a pre-order at my local GameStop today. Yeah, let me know if you guys got pre-orders. Let me know. Say what up and let me know if you guys what you pre-ordered or what you got and all that good stuff. So yeah, definitely let me know about that. I'd love to hear about your pre-order journey. Let's see here. Party man Kart is here once again. Infernal liking. Anyone having trouble pre-ordering? Yeah, anybody else having trouble pre-ordering? Kevin the Speaks is so grateful I was able to get my Switch 2 in person at GameStop. Yeah, a lot of people just decided to go and get theirs in person at GameStop. I know Beat 'em Ups did. I know Obi-Wan Plays, he did. I know my man Endakuba, he did as well. Had to give him a shout out in my video today. So yeah. Hey, what's up, Beauty Queen? Welcome to the stream, young lady. And by the way, for those eShop cards are going out. I got my bank to finally confirm it and allow it, so eShop cards are going out. Cyber Torch with the Zhao Zhao! Let's go! Thank you so much.
Same out here, only 35,000 where I live. Our GameStop line was not very large when I drove by. I called in around 1 p.m. and they said they had 8 left available.
Oh, only 8 though. Only 8 left available? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna call my GameStop tonight to see if there's even any left. If there's some left, maybe I'll go pre-order to see if we can do something with that. I got mine. My GameStop, when I left, still had 25. Okay, yeah, those are probably gonna go quick, right? Those are probably gonna go pretty quickly for the rest of today as people just decide to go after work and stuff like that. All right, shout outs to Luis G. Oh, no, sorry, my bad. Luis G, thank you for the $2 dono. But also thank you to Cyber Taurus. Well, I was about to say, as the Hokage streamed, but then here comes Justin again.
I keep checking my pre-order on Walmart to make sure it's not canceled. Lol, I also just ordered the camera and Cyberpunk today. Have to give it a try.
Yes, definitely have to. I think the camera is going to be pretty cool. Like, if you have, like, close family and friends, the camera's going to be really good. Like, obviously, randos, probably not. But, like, close family and friends, the camera is... It's literally something that you can't do, from what I understand. You can't do integrated on Xbox or PlayStation. I'm pretty sure it'll be a feature for the next Xbox and the next PlayStation, and it'll run at a good frame rate throughout the whole thing. But yeah, it's a cool feature. It's a cool feature for sure.
Expedition 33 is definitely going to be Go TY.
Okay.
Move over Xenoblade. We have a new best RPG in town.
Hey man, Expedition's very good. I've been playing Expedition 33, and there's some things, but it's good.
I really hope you guys enjoy your consoles.
Yes, I will.
Donkey and Mario Kart are both over $100 after tax over here.
Ooh.
Gonna be a long while before I buy. Trading stuff in should help. Any Zelda track, please.
Yeah, if you trade in some stuff, it should help. It should knock off quite a bit. I mean, you don't have to get Mario Kart and Donkey Kong when they launch too, so gotta also keep that in mind, DeAndre. You know, like, you don't have to get those. You can just pick up the system and get other stuff. You can play all your Switch 1 games as well. So, shout outs to Monado with the $3.
OJ and Wall. DSP having his SW2 pre-order canceled in the most DSP way is so hilarious. Also, all these Nintendo is killing physical videos is like this meme ID menu. Peas. RGT. Game keycard is a good idea. Also RGT. Nintendo is killing physical.
Well, I mean, sometimes the duality of man. Shout outs to Brandon Christian with the 51 months. That's how you doing, OJ? Living good out here in Nashville. Shout outs to Nashville, Tennessee. Let's go. Thank you for the 51 months. Justin, thanks again for the $10 dono. Xeno, I like Expedition 33. It's not quite up to Xeno level, in my opinion. It's not quite up to Xeno level from what I've played. I've played about a good 4 or 5 hours, and I'm not quite feeling that yet. I do like the gameplay system. I do think that it's very good, but it's not quite up to Xeno level yet. Now, it might get there. It might get there eventually, but right now, not quite. Not quite up to that level. It doesn't have as much content. Clearly doesn't have as much content. Doesn't have as much stuff to do. Things like that. Story-wise, we'll see. It's definitely good, but Xeno has like a long, intricate, binding story, so it's a little bit hard to compare it to a brand new IP. But it's very good, though. It's very good. I'm not quite sure if it's better than Xeno, but I do think that it's very good. Shout outs to, but thank you, Xeno Dilton. I appreciate that. Thank you for the $5 dono. Let me add up these other ones that are coming in so we can make sure that we get the proper ones coming through. Shinru with the $2 as well. Appreciate that, Shinru. I'll get your comment in just a bit. Let's add a Xeno Dalton. That's 27. Shout outs to Xeno Dalton, or Xeno Dilton. DeAndre with the 363. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Gene Chat with the 5. Appreciate that. Thank you so much, Gene Chat with the 5. As well as Monado Mario. Thank you for that. Thank you for that 3 as well. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I appreciate that 3, dude. Seriously. Gene Chat says, yo, OJ, just got my pre-order at GameStop. I drove to 3, all 80 stock gone at all of them. I got lucky at the mall. No one goes to the mall anymore. Yeah, you just gotta find which one to go to where nobody's going to. So yeah, absolutely good stuff there, Gene Chat. Appreciate that, man. Thank you. And also Shinru with the $2 says pre-order done. Can't wait to smoke y'all in June. Yes, sir. Let's do it. And Ro Izzy, old school Elite Ninja Ro Izzy in the chat says we'll be there day 1 like it's 2017. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We out here. We out here.
I will say the Sonic X Shadow Generations Edition is kinda crappy, no update and game keycard.
Yep. Yeah, that's like double kick in the butt. Like double FU for that one. No upgrade. Also keycard. So it's like, might just want to skip that one. Or I guess just go with your Switch 1 version. Or just go with the Xbox and PlayStation version. I don't know. Also, we've got my man, Mike Mac, Miggin Mac Jones. Yo, let's go. Yo, Little Mac. I tried to go on my lunch break. One was closed. The other had a line wrapping around the building. I clutched one by the mall near me. On my way home, dude pulled the Doctor Strange and said no one was left. Shout outs to Little Mac, Miggin and Mac Daddy. Let's go. Shout outs, man. I appreciate you, Mac. Return of the Mac. Let's get it. 55. Guys, we have already almost hit the freaking 60 minutes. You guys are crazy. You guys are on one tonight. Let's go. Let's hit up with Noah.
Overclock Buster! Overclock Buster!
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Overclock. Stream extended 45 minutes. 5 more. We get that 30 or 60-minute extension. Let's go. Yo, what up, Jokified One? What's up, No Side? What's up, Snowy Town? Cyber Taurus, my man. Appreciate you like always. Also, let me get Justin in here with another 3 as well, boosting his lead to 23. Anybody does 23 more, you can beat out Justin. And of course, 10 or more to tie up or pass up Cyber T on the Stream Ninja and Justin on the Stream Ninja board. Let's go. Thank you so much, Justin. I appreciate that. Let's get it. Let's see here. Actually, okay, yeah, we're good. Also, Cyber Taurus with $5 dono as well.
I had to explain the whole game keycard thing to my bro, since he doesn't follow gaming news like I do.
Yeah, I haven't explained that to my brother yet, but I think he follows me a bit, so he might know about it, but I don't know if he knows everything about it. What's up, CBH for God? Shoutouts, man. What's up, General Zamora? What's up, Mr. McCoy? What's up, Caleb Boyd? Yeah, we already knew that Madden was coming to the Nintendo Switch. That was announced at Nintendo's presentation. So yeah, that was already announced that Madden's coming. So now we have a confirmation, I guess.
Valuable items.
Thank you for the $5 Cyber Taurus. Thank you for the $2 Gloria. Redmond, yo, Gloria's back. Yo, Gloria says, I got one. Yes, GameStop came through. Yeah, remember what we said? We said GameStop was probably going to be your best option to get one. So that was the thing. I'm so glad that you were able to get one and everything was good there. So that's awesome. Also, shout outs to Aries EMS with the 5 gifted and Kyle Jordan becoming a member as well. Yo, let's go. Shout outs, guys. And Justin with the $20.
Best Buy was so disappointing. I'm surprised that Walmart was the best.
Walmart literally bodied everybody. Walmart cooked. They had bot protection. They had an easy setup. They held your spot in line. Walmart cooked. It seems like Walmart had a great success ratio. Shout outs to Justin. Thank you so much. Once again, doubling up on there. Appreciate you guys, my boys and girls. Shout outs to Justin. And also shout outs to David V with the $2 as well. Appreciate you, David V. Dr. Neil says Walmart still has stock for non-bundle Switch. There you go. So you might want to check out Walmart. Shout outs to Dr. Neil. D. Neil. Appreciate that. Thank you for the update on the pre-orders. David V with the 2. What's up, OJ? How's your day today? My day's good, man. I can't complain. I was able to get Switch 2 at GameStop after all the issues last night, but with Best Buy, pretty excited. Yes, it's pretty hype overall. Big love to, once again, Aries EMS. Big love to Kyle Jordan becoming a member as well. Thank you for the tune in tier pledge. Big love to you guys coming through, man. Once again, y'all showing up tonight. We have 1 hour extended, so we're going to go ahead and play that notification. And then if, of course, we hit the limit break bonus streams, I'm going to do my best to get you guys all of those. Let's go. Noah and Mio in the house. Walmart canceled your pre-order? Oh, no. Walmart has not canceled my pre-order yet. They might still cancel it, though. Walmart got bored and started handing those things out like it was Oprah's live show. You get a Switch too. Walmart in Texas does not still have pre-orders either. I've been trying all day. Oh man. Our Seattle GameStop had 85 Mario Kart bundles and 45 regular consoles. Still had 40 noon with no lines. Manager surprised they didn't sell out. Okay, that's good. That's good then, because then there'll be some stuff for launch. It's good. Like, obviously you want sellouts. You want sellouts, but then you don't want sellouts, right? Like, you don't want it to be completely done, because not everyone's going to be able to rush out there and get it day one. You're going to want some for launch. So that's good. That's actually a good thing. There's sellouts so many places, but in some areas there are no sellouts. So hopefully people will be able to get it as time goes on. Gloria Redmond with the Jonin tier pledge too. Yo, Gloria, what's good? Thank you so much, young lady. I appreciate you becoming a Jonin tier elite ninja. Hey, yo. Thank you so much. 100 on the board with that Jonin tier pledge. You guys know the deal. It's time for the limit break. We out here like Cloud, the Buster Sword. Let's go. Bundle season. I think Nintendo definitely shipped more bundles than not. Gloria, make sure you check your perk package. We got a Discord link if you want to join up that and like play games with some gamers and stuff like that. Some cool people. Nintendo employee here, Doug, just assured us that we'll have Switch 2 at launch. No stress, which is nice. Yeah, Nintendo employee. All right, I got you. My uncle works at Nintendo. I got you. Limit breaker hype in the house. Let's go. Let's see if we can even go
even further beyond.
Yo, let's go. Shout outs. Did I pre-order Switch 2? Of course I did. Camped out at 8:30 Maryland, was hanging out, bonding with 6 other people in line. Such a fun experience, no regrets, even though we were freezing our asses off. Yeah, it was cold. It was cold in a lot of places, bro. It was cold in a lot of places. Yo, what's up, Pokemon fan? Teacher said Best Buy was drunk at the wheel. I'm sorry. Best Buy was drunk at the wheel. They were terrible. I've never, this is the worst performance. I mean, apparently there was a ton of people that got some from Best Buy or got, you know, switches from Best Buy, but this is the worst they've ever done. This was bad. Zara Rodriguez, thank you for the subscription. Appreciate that. Thank you so much, young lady. Appreciate you subscribing to the channel. Let's see. It needs to be able to pre-order Switch 2 during May. Check the My Nintendo. The My Nintendo store, that should have, like, for the most dedicated people, there might be pre-orders there for you. My old tail was struggling at work this morning. Okay, yeah, let's go. Where did I get the name Player Essence? There used to be a store, like an old mom and pop shop called Player One, and I used to go there play video games all the time. So I decided to take the name Player, like Player One, or like you're like a player, like a game player, and then Essence is just like your inner being, so Essence. So your gaming essence, essentially. That was actually the first name, was Gaming Essence, but then I think there was something else called Gaming Essence, or something very similar to Gaming Essence, like, so I decided to go with Player Essence instead. So I was like, okay, I like Player One. That store was awesome when I was older, but still, back in the day, it was a cool mom and pop shop. Let's see here. I wish everybody on luck getting on Switch 2. Yes, I know Madden is coming, but I need college football on Switch 2. Yeah, I don't think they confirmed. Did they confirm college football? I think they just confirmed Madden, right? Madden and FIFA. W on Best Buy. Yo, let's go. Other than starting late, I had no issues with Best Buy. Did you get some sleep though? I did get sleep. Yeah, I did get sleep. I was gonna go to, I was gonna go to GameStop, but I just said screw it, man. I already got one at Walmart. My brother secured one for me at Walmart as well. So, and I got, like, a lot of you guys were able to get, like, 2. So if I need one, I can get it. So I decided I'm good. But yeah, they still actually, like I said, because I live on more of like the outskirts. The inner city, there was hella people there apparently, and I'm getting reports from some of my friends. But like the outskirts, where there's a GameStop here, there was nobody at that one, where I live. So it was actually pretty cool. It was pretty dope. I liked it. Shout outs to Boxcar Pilot with the $5 dono. He's got Switch 2 pre-ordered at local store here in Panama. Hey, shout outs to Panama. Let's go. Here the price difference isn't that much. Both bundles are 50 USD versus USD price. Okay, just add 50. Okay, yeah, that's not too bad. I thought Latin America was just like completely like cooked. It's like Brazil. I know the import fees in Brazil are super high. So, okay, good stuff. What's up, OJ? Best Buy almost drove me insane last night. Oh, man, tell you. Also, Caitlin and Justin with a $50 party, man. Yo, the Princess Peach getting slept. Also, 7 deal with the $1.99.
I'm so hyped for this generation and for a future Kirby Air Riders stream.
Oh my gosh. It's good that we didn't do that stream, Justin, because now we can just do a bunch of them, and it's going to be so much more lit. Or maybe we do it very close to it. It's actually a blessing in disguise. Let's go. I am actually super excited for the new Kirby Air Riders game. I really am. Mainly because Justin is excited. So I'm like living vicariously through him and his excitement, and we needed to do it anyway. Big love to Justin. Big love to Aaron Weber with the $5 Canadian. Yo, shout outs to my maple syrup boys. Have I checked on RGT? I have not checked on RGT. Is he okay? Walked into GameStop in Canada at 4 p.m. Pre-orders were still available. Hey, there you go. Shout outs. I like to see that. Like to hear, and like to see that. That is very good. Yoshi as well with the 10. Yoshi. Yo, let's go, Yoshi. And he says, the Australian My Nintendo store crashed for like 3 hours last night, and I felt stressed like you were with American pre-orders, but I managed to pre-order a GameCube controller for the Switch 2 in the end. You know what? I didn't get a GameCube controller. I'm just gonna, I might get one, I might not. I'm not really sure right now, but either way, I'm hyped, man. This is the most hype, and by you guys coming out and like you guys showing up, dude, this is by far like 10 times more hype than the Switch era. The Switch era was not hype at the beginning. Now, it became hype, and a lot of you guys joined in during the Switch era. Some of you guys joined in towards the tail end. But the Switch 1 era, I mean, GOAT was here. Party Man was here. You guys know how it was, man. It was 50-person streams. It was like, oh, it's gonna flop. It's Wii U. Oh, all there is Breath of the Wild. It was, I mean, people talk about the negativity now, but to be honest, it was pretty negative around Switch 1. Like, people just don't remember. But Switch 1 was literally every day there was somebody I mean, Switch 2, it's like that as well. But the difference is that there's a proven concept versus like a it was like a proven thing versus like a non-proven thing. And like the game lineup, some people were just like, oh, it's just Zelda, you know. Whereas like, you know, obviously with Switch 2, you got Mario Kart, you got DK coming out the next month, you know, you got upgrades for Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom. There was no backwards compatibility with Switch 1, there's backwards compatibility with Switch 2, you know, so it's just a lot more hype. Shaw X with the $20 as well says Expedition 33 is the new game of the year frontrunner. I'm loving it. Yes, I think right now for me, it's definitely my game of the year frontrunner as well. I think that although I have not played a ton of big new games, and I'm not counting Xenoblade Chronicles X, I love that game. I think that game is awesome. But yeah, Expedition is very good. It is a very, very good game. It's very good. I hope it comes. I think this game would be a perfect match on Switch 2. It's your boy with the $1.90 says, hey, OJ, can one of us try to rob you at midnight, please? I'm not going to any midnight releases, so you're not going to be able to rob me, ish. But thank you, I appreciate that. Thank you. But yeah, man, like it's been wild, dude. It's been a great ride. You guys have been awesome. There are still some pre-orders available in certain places, so checking your local stores. If you're still trying to find one, check your local stores. You might be able to find one. You can order it through My Nintendo for some places, Michael J. You see the comment, I think, awesome, but the new malls nowadays have pre-ordered the Switch 2. People have the mall near them. That's lucky. Yeah. What's up, Casual Noob? Glad you got the Switch 2. I got one last night from Best Buy. 2 today from GameStop family members. Just need the Nintendo Store family member, and I'm helping. Nice, let's go. Players, do you think they'll be hard to get during the launch and holiday? Launch could be a little hard to get. Holiday, it should be good by holiday. There should be stock. Let's see here. What's up, OJ? Switch 2 comes out on my birthday. It's going to be Chinese food, ice cream cake, and Switch 2. Heck yes, that sounds good, KJP. Let's go. Big love. When has been not played Mario Odyssey? Worth picking up? Yes, it's worth picking up. It's one of the best rated games of all time. Wayne's my name. It's just only one of the best rated games of all time. That's all. That's all. Let's see here. Let's see here. Lenny Wright says, showed up at my GameStop after seeing a movie around 2:30. Was able to get one last standard Switch 2 no bundle. Oh, the last standard one, Lenny. Let's go. Unless GTA 6 comes out, the industry feels obligated to give it the top award. Not necessarily. GTA doesn't always just win Game of the Year. Just keep that in mind. It might not. They might actually pull a, you know, It Takes Two. I do think, though, after playing Expedition a bit, you know, there are some things that it's getting a little bit of concession because it's a smaller team. I mean, like, nobody moves in cities and things like that, you know, like, there's some little things, but once again, it's only a 30 or so person dev team, so what they've been able to accomplish is really, really good. Also, it takes a little bit of time to actually get into the battles, like the turn-based battles. It takes a little bit too long. It should be shorter than that, especially like when there's only like 1 minute enemy that you have to fight, and it takes, I mean, I'd expect it to be a little bit faster. Once again, this is extreme nitpicking, though. Extreme nitpicking with Expedition. It's very good. Game Night with the subscription. Thank you so much, Game Night. I appreciate that. OJ Pack and he can't rob him. Yo, maybe. Good luck finding this one this late. My prayers are with you. Yeah, you might need it. Hey, shout out to Aaron. No problem, brother. Let's see here. Thanks to Best Buy, many YouTubers and media. Clickbait article saying Switch 2 pre-orders was disaster. Not really. As bad as PS5 or barely anyone. I mean, they were like, it was and it wasn't a disaster. It was like both. Most people were able to get one, though. From what I understand, a lot of people were able to get one. But how Best Buy handled it was definitely a disaster.
Still want to do something cool with that second order I sent you the DM about last night.
Okay.
Unless one of them gets canceled by these lovely stores law. I will keep you posted if anything changes if it does.
Yeah, keep me posted, and like I said, yeah, we can do something pretty cool. We can do like a giveaway or something like that. Absolutely. Let's go. And we going. You guys know the deal. Double platinum, 200 on the board. We getting the double platinum, baby. I have so much to tell right now. I'll wait on that baby. See if for the Switch 2 port. You'll wait on Oblivion Remaster or what? Or you'll wait on the Switch 2. I've been on eBay reporting Switch 2 pre-orders. They'll let you know minutes. The listing has been removed. Yeah. You guys definitely go do that. Atomic Toaster, yo, with the $5 donut. What's up, Atomic Toaster? For those who don't know, Atomic Toaster's been around for like a decade plus. He's from one of the old schools, so y'all make sure you guys give him some respect too, because he's super old school. Big love to Atomic. Thank you for the $5, homie. He says, I was nostalgic to camp out and meet people, but then I didn't have to because Best Buy worked. Still have the hype of the midnight launch line. Yes. The only thing that I have to do is I'm probably gonna go to my brother's house so I can hang out with him, and he's gonna get one at midnight. I don't have a midnight like one that I can pick up. So I'm gonna go hang out with my brother, like, and my brother's wife wants to see me, and her, you know, and her kids. So they kind of want to see me anyway. They've been like telling me like, when am I gonna come there? When am I gonna go hang out? So I think I was gonna go there regardless, you know.
Ryda Remastered is 1080p 60 FPS on Switch 2 docked and handheld. Do you think it just wasn't stable enough for 1440p?
I didn't know they confirmed the resolution and all that right now. So I'm not really sure if they confirmed that. I'm not sure where you got that from. But I'm guessing that, yeah, they want to make sure that they lock it down. And they can probably do, like I said, upscaling. But yeah, it was probably just one of those things to where you just make it both profiles. It's the same 1080p on the portable, 1080p on the screen. But it's probably going to look super clean on the image. Like, I don't think it's going to look like blurry or anything like that. I think we should be good. Well, yeah, we'll see though. But I did not see that, to be honest. Yeah, they did confirm it. Okay, yeah, I didn't see it. But yeah, I think it's going to look fine on the screen. You know, I think it's going to look good. Super Smash Bros. Runs at 1080p, and I played it on my 4K monitor, and it looks awesome. But yeah, I'm guessing they want to do it for stability-wise. We don't know how many, like, we don't know what also is going to be going on screen as well. So there could be some issues with that where they want to keep it, you know, like that. So yeah. Shout outs though, appreciate that, Mr. Caitlin and Justin. Justin with the 76. Good stuff, man. Also, you are now the new Stream Ninja with that 50 as well. Shout outs to that. Appreciate you, Justin. Also, at Alvi Raffid with the $10 dono coming in. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate that. Let's go. Remember, if you guys drop some donos, you guys can also get a music request. So if you guys have music, let me know. I'll do my best to play it. You can put it in your message and I'll play it for you guys. Video game music. How far away does your brother live? He lives in Northern California, so he lives probably about 4 or 5 hours away. But I'm gonna take a flight though. It's a 40-minute flight, so it's not too bad. I'm just gonna take a flight. Just take the airport. Just fly there. I ain't driving, bro. I am not driving all the way up. I'm not driving 4 or 5 hours. I'm good. So I'm just gonna take a flight. The flight prices aren't too bad either. And then I'll just take an Uber to his place. So yeah. Alvi says, I managed to grab my prep at the local GameStop. Went there around 8 a.m. and camped there for 3 hours with a relatively small line. Also grabbed the Pro Controller too. Nice, let's go. Let's see, is it true that Wii U did 400k units at launch? I don't remember exactly what the Wii U did at launch and which regions, so I'd have to go back and look. Just need Travis Hunter to follow 27 to the Ravens to pick him up. Yeah, that's not happening. But it runs higher than the last gen, which people keep trying to push group switch to. Okay, I think you're talking to Skeleton. Let's see here. Wahoo just pre-ordered my Pro controller for Switch 2. Yo, let's go. I don't know what the amiibo cards do, to be honest. Brother needed an extra switch. OJ, your brother needed to get you an extra switch to see you. JK, yeah, right. I did see him. I saw him last year. I saw him. I think it was when I went to Nintendo to go hang out. Like to go cover a game. I went and I visited him after that. So that was like mid last year. So yeah, I guess it's another excuse. Vlad with the $2 says, what is the likelihood of GTA 6 on Nintendo Switch 2 from 1 to 10? I would say 5 or below. I'd give it a 50-50 right now. 50-50 shot if it does show up or not. 50-50. Thank you for the $2, Vlad. I appreciate that. I'm not going to say that it is, but I'm not going to say that it isn't either. So we'll see. Let's see. What are the odds this beats the PS2 launch record in Japan? It's very likely to beat the PS2 launch in Japan. It's very likely. If they have the units, they'll beat it. OG requested Pokemon music, but you don't know. Did you really? I didn't see it. My bad. Let me get that for you. Pokemon. All right. I did not see that. Let's get some Pokemon music here. Now the narrative from these naysayers, Nintendo was limiting pre-orders. Pre-order sales don't dictate success of Switch 2. I did see that, and that's definitely cope. Because a lot of people were saying that nobody's going to pre-order it, nobody's going to buy it, nobody's going to do this and that. I actually responded to a couple people, not too many, but yeah, that's 1000% cope from them, so I'm not really too worried about that. Some believe Switch 2 dockless more powerful than Xbox Series. No, it's not. Alfie with the $50 dono as well. Oh my goodness, the person in front of the line had been camping since 12 a.m. Oh my goodness, yo. Guys, give some love to Alvy. Yo, we got some hardcore dedication over there in his neck of the woods. We out here, Alvy. We got your back. The Player Essence community is with you. Thank you for the big $50 hot pink dono. as well. Let's go. Shout outs, yo. Combo breaks, and we going
Even further beyond.
combo break to further beyond. Let's go, man. Appreciate that. Also, big love to Darm X with the $5 dono. You guys are out here tonight. I only have to show up to GameStop an hour early for my bundle, but I despise the people that decided to do their trade-in and made everyone wait. Yeah, that was what I was talking about, Darm. I was talking about how, like, the trade-in is going to take time. They don't, what they should have done is that they don't have enough people to put it to the side. Let people doing trade-ins, put them to the side, and then let everybody else that just wants to pre-order, let them go. So yeah, very, very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. GameStop still can't learn. You know, they still can't learn. So yeah, if you're not into the chat function, is it better to keep the original Pro and 8-bit controllers? Well, I mean, yeah, maybe. But if you want HD Rumble 2, then you're gonna want to go with the Switch 2 Pro controller or the Joy-Cons. Shout outs to my man Alvy with the big $50. Let's go. One penny under though, Justin. Justin hit us with the real 50, the big 50. So Alvy, almost there. Almost there. We out here though. Captain Kingston with the $5 dono says, what's the name of the song you played before the Pokemon song? I don't remember. It's from Street Fighter 3 Third Strike though, so just check out the whole soundtrack. I think it's the boxer guy, you know, the guy with the mustache. I think it's him. But it's like a remix of some sort, so I don't exactly know which one it was, to be honest. Shout out to Captain Kingston. Actually, let me just do it for you real quick. Let me just hit back on the browser so I can find out. Yeah, it's called Summertime in Dudley. That's his name, Dudley. It's a remix though. It's a remix. I'm gonna put the link for you. So if you guys want the music, it's right there. It's this one right here. So, all right, let me go back to the Pokemon music for my man Ish. All right, here we go. I'll finish this one out, then we'll get something else in. Had to spam on Target to secure my Switch 2. Target was trash. Complete garbage. Piranha Plant camera resolution confirmed. The 480p resolution is perfect for my ugly face. It'll make it easier to look at. Well, yeah, that was confirmed a while ago, but yeah. I was lucky enough to get it at the beginning of Target's second wave. Target was trash for me, man. It was garbage. Went to get the standard to get Mario physically. Hey, there you go. Yeah, I want to talk about that a little bit too. Seems like people are getting Mario Kart physical. Seems like there's a lot of people that, you know, most of them were bundles, but people are actually, the people that bought the standard game, like the standard one, or didn't get the Mario Kart bundle, are buying the game actually physical. Anybody here doing that as well? Mute City for Mario Kart 8. All right, I got you too. Mute City Mario Kart 8. We'll play that up next. Let's see here. I'm getting physical cart. It sucked, but at least I secured my Switch 2 bundle. Hey, there you go, Dr. Birdie. Focused only on Best Buy and one. Yo, let's go. Dawson with the $10 dono. Yo, the buck-toother himself. The king of the Vortex, Dawson. He's going to be the new Vortex. Jeffrey Tucker, what's up, man? Mario Kart World Physical, okay. Congrats to Peeps pre-ordering Switch 2. Wasn't able myself due to stupid Puerto Rican shipping restrictions. So here's the hope, and I'm luckier on launch day. You should be good on launch day. You should be good on launch day, man. I don't think it's going to be too bad in Puerto Rico. So I hope you get it. I hope everything's good, Dawson, but you should be able to. I don't think it's going to be too bad there. Shout out to Puerto Rico. Big love. Also, combo breaks as well. 20 away from a triple combo break. Let's go. Saw a few people buying physical on the Mario Kart World Bundle. Physical and the Mario Kart World Bundle. Yeah, as long as the joysticks are less likely to get drift, they'll fix the D-pad. I'll be all in on the Pro Controller. OG Controller is more than comfortable. Yeah, yeah. I just want the HD Rumble too. I think for me, I want that better HD Rumble. That's the reason why I bought the Pro Controller, is because the HD Rumble. And apparently the smooth gliding sticks are really good. I'm guessing they did something to fix that joy. There's no way, I don't think they're going to have the drift in the Pro Controller, which the drift in the Pro Controller wasn't that bad compared to the Joy-Cons. But apparently the smooth gliding sticks are really good. So I want to use those as well. Let's see here. GameStop Canada, Switch 2 Mario Kart World Bundle cost me $804 Canadian dollars. Oh my gosh, got it secured though. Broke, but got it secured. I have to buy Mario Kart physical because my bundle came with the regular Switch 2 and Pro Controller. Oh, okay, nice, nice. OJ, is it true because I saw DCG's video, Nintendo admits the Switch 2 games are all digital, no physical? Thumbnail reads one big scam. Yeah, that's definitely not true. Nintendo didn't confirm that, and that's definitely not true. I don't know if the Dreamcast guy said all that, but that's definitely not true. All the games aren't digital, and all of Nintendo's games are actual physical games, like everything that Nintendo's putting out, and some of the third-party games, not all of them. But no, that's not true. Let's see here. My launch Pyra Switch Pro controller I bought in 2017 still works like a charm. No drift at all. I had a little bit of drift, but I fixed it myself. I just used some like cleaner and it stopped drifting. But then I just put it back in its box. I just said, all right, just put it back in its box. Let it go there. Let's see. I hope so, man. Walmart over here was trash with their inventory, but still hopeful. Okay, so Walmart was trash in Puerto Rico. Switch to Killing Gaming. Killing Gaming says Hardcore Devil Gamer. Killing Gaming, how is it doing that? Let's see here. Surprised that GameStop and Walmart of all stores would be the most stable. I knew GameStop would be stable in store. Now, the online, it crashed. It was not good online for a lot of people. But in store, GameStop was incredibly stable, which in person, it's a lot easier. You just go there and show up and you'll get it, you know? Darm X with the $5 dono. It says, let's see here. Here's more cash. I'm surprised people haven't learned from the online orders with the current gen and GPUs, but I'm getting the bundle. Hilarious. Yeah. I mean, some people just didn't want to go out. They didn't want to go and have to maybe brave the crowds, or they didn't want to leave. They wanted to see if they can get it. Some people even did both. They tried to get it, didn't get one last night, do pre-orders, and then actually went to GameStop and were able to secure it. So I know Nintendo Fangirl did that. Yeah, I hope HD Rumble's better. It felt non-existent in the OG controller. Yeah, I think from what I understand, from what people are playing, it feels better in the Pro controller too. What's the difference between HD Rumble and normal Rumble? Well, HD Rumble has certain motors that give you certain sensations that can simulate things. It's haptic feedback, right? So think of your PS5 controller as well. Think of that, and it can give you like scenarios, different types of motors, different vibrations that are more intense, or kind of simulate different types of things that are happening in a game, or kind of like going patterns, or kind of like wave. There's different simulations with the HD Rumble. Normal Rumble just rumbles the controller standard. There is no actual specific areas or locations or movement. It's just like one step, like your whole controller just shakes for the most part. So that's the big difference between HD Rumble and standard Rumble, which I'm surprised you didn't know that, Jeffrey. You've had the system for all generation, or most of the time. Let's see here. Sup, OJ, my GameStop in Canada had 130 Mario Kart bundles and 12 standard consoles. Oh my goodness. And I didn't know you're Canadian. Shout out to Super Mario Man. Maple syrup boys in the house. Just hope we get it this year. I wasn't able to get pre-ordered. Oh man. You couldn't go to GameStop either? I never felt the difference with the Rumble. You never felt the difference with the Rumble. Oh my goodness. You need to play some games there's a big difference. There is definitely a big difference in the Rumble, but I think you potentially have some situations like with your hands, right? So that might be the reason why too. So keep that in mind. Mario Kart World gonna be #1 selling game before release? Probably. I mean, if you include the bundle, yeah. Yeah. Are you worried about Cyberpunk doing 30 frames per second? No. Why would I be worried about Cyberpunk doing 30 frames per second? Anyone wondering? Nobody said that it was going to be 60 frames, and they already told us what it was going to be. They said it's going to be 30 frames, or it's going to be 40 frames, potentially in performance mode. So why would I be worried? Let's see. Yo, OJ, how'd you do with pre-orders? I did good. I hated Rumble until HD Rumble. You hated Rumble. I thought Rumble was okay. It was just kind of a thing that was just standard, and it was just in games, and sometimes the controller rumbles too much. But yeah, I would say that HD Rumble definitely made it better. Like HD Rumble and then haptic feedback on the PS5 definitely made Rumble better. I mean, the haptics destroy your controller on PS5. Like, my controller doesn't even last. Like Expedition 33, I got a brand new PS5 Pro controller, and with the system, and dude, that thing, I'll be lucky to get 3-4 hours on Expedition. Lucky to get that amount. It's trash. Even if you turn down everything, turn down the light bar, turn down, it's just, the battery's just terrible. I'm worried about my whole life being 30 frames. Yo, let's go. You excited about Metro doing 120? Yeah, I'm definitely gonna play it on 120 in like portable mode. We'll see about docked. I'll see 4K 60. I'll see which one I like more. Jester Minded with the subscription. Thank you so much, Jester Minded. Appreciate that. Let's go. Thank you for the subscription. I saw both Rogers Base and Miss Click managed to get their Switch pre-orders. Yes, Mama got a pre-order. That's what Miss Click said, and so did Rogers Base. Hope everyone gets what they want with their pre-orders. Me too, Gloria. Me too. That, oh my gosh, that headband looks great next to your name. That the shining green too. Let's go. Wasn't seeing Metroid 4 up for pre-order on Best Buy. There's no release date yet, so I think once we get a release date, then we'll actually get that. We'll get pre-orders. HD Rumble is still better, but I don't use it because I prefer battery life. The HD Rumble doesn't drain the battery too much. Believe it or not, it really doesn't. I've been able to get really good playtime because most games are very light on the HD Rumble on Switch. That's why some people don't even notice it, because it's very, very light on the HD Rumble. Like Xenoblade, it only does it for like select things. It's not just freaking rumbling all day, you know? So Nintendo's actually very careful with that to not drain the battery. Like in a lot of their games. Now, I don't know about a lot of the third-party games, but with first party, Nintendo doesn't really use it like crazy, so it actually doesn't like completely cook your battery, you know? But I see what you're saying though, for sure, Dawson. Just wake me up when it's June 5th. It's getting close. Jeffrey Tucker with the Jonin tier pledge. Welcome back to the Elite Ninja Squad. Jeffrey Tucker, let's go. Hey, let's get it. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate the Elite Ninja Squad. Jonin tier. Let's get it, baby. Let's get it, baby. Let's see here. I used to always turn off Rumble. Got back to playing PlayStation and Xbox being done for so long. Got a PS5. Oh boy, I love the Rumble now. Rumble or nothing. Yeah, the haptics is really good. I agree with RT. People should buy the Switch for World War Z and Darkstalkers 3. Krista did, but Kit didn't. You would think Nintendo would hook them up. Why would Nintendo hook them up? Kuriosa Mom with the $2 dono. Appreciate that. Thank you for the $2 dono. So much going on. Forgot the draft was tonight. Oh yeah, NFL draft is tonight. I'm not worried about it. As a Niner fan, I want to see them win the Super Bowl. I don't care about the draft. I do care about the draft, but whoever they pick, they pick. I just want to get to the game day. So I'm not really I'm not invested this year. Not invested. I don't like underwear Olympics. That's what the draft is. That's what it all is. It's the draft workouts, the combine. It's just underwear Olympics. I'm not a huge fan. Let me see them on the field playing, and then we can go from there, you know? We can go from there. Let's see here. Do you see Pokemon Squad and Bot would get a Switch 2 update? Yeah, I already saw that. I already covered it multiple times too, Brandon, on the channel. Let's see here. Yo, OJ, I just got my pre-order in today at GameStop. Hey, shoutouts. Let's go. Let's go, man. Congrats. My husband is watching the draft. Yeah, I mean, I used to watch the draft. I just don't watch it anymore. I got tired of watching the draft. There's no point for me. After getting, I mean, like, there's no point in watching the draft when you get to the Super Bowl and you get, you know, and you lose 2 times to those damn Chiefs. Like, that's just devastating. 3 times in the last 12, 13 years, I've watched my Niners lose, so I don't give a damn about the draft. Win the Super Bowl. Win the Super Bowl, you know, like, I mean, I care about it, but I don't care to watch it. Like, win the Super Bowl. We need to win, not, I don't care about draft. I need to win. I need them to win. So yeah. Sounds a lot like Oscars. Don't even bother. Yeah, I've never bothered with any type of like award show for like movies. I don't think I've ever watched the whole Oscars or Grammys in my life, and that's real talk. I don't think I've ever watched a single one. I can't seem to find the 10 shown or mentioned anything about Mario Odyssey being updated. Yeah, I've covered it multiple times, guys, in my videos. It's definitely there. All you got to type in is Nintendo Switch 2 free updates, and the page will pop up from Nintendo. So yeah, it's there. Let's see here. Did Baron secure one? I'm not sure. I got to ask him. Gonna be here for a few minutes. Good event later today. Hey, shout out to Common Spidey. Cyber Toast with another Jow. Let's go!
From the wife, who requested I do the talkie thing again. She would like to know what the underwear Olympics are.
Oh man, the underwear Olympics. So the underwear Olympics, for those who don't know, I will give you guys a visual of the and trust me, it's safe for work. Combine workouts 2020. So this is what I call in NFL terms, or in they call it the underwear Olympics. And all the guys aren't necessarily wearing underwear, but some of the guys are wearing underwear, and it seems like spandex, you know. So I call it the underwear Olympics. But it's basically where they get them all prodded up and they start running, you know, they time them in the 40, you know, and like, look, they're wearing spandex. It's kind of be like underwear, right? And like, they're wearing undershirts, and you can see there, they do routes, and they basically just evaluate them for where potentially if teams want to take them. So to see their skills, right? Now, this isn't real football, though. This is just drills, okay? Somebody can be really good doing this and be completely trash and actually playing with your pads on. So for me, I like the draft. This is the combine. But how you do here can affect if you make many, many more millions. Some guys have made literally a fortune or generational wealth by simply doing really good here and actually end up being trash, but it can increase your draft stock. You can get taken in the first round, the difference between taking in the first round and taking in the second, third, or fourth round is literally millions of dollars. So everybody gets really hyped and gets really excited to be in the underwear Olympics and try to do well. So anyway, that's what I call it. But a lot of guys wear shorts too, but I call it underwear Olympics. So anyway, that's that. Oh, sorry about that, guys. We did not limit break again. We did limit break again. Man, maybe I should have played it. Hold up. We did limit break. 300 limit break. Let's go. Let's go. Shout out, guys. All right, let me go through half of that. Shout outs to Cyber Taurus. That was a force, JoJo. Your wife wanted to see the underwear Olympics? Oh, man. She wanted to see the underwear Olympics?
She says thank you, and you guys can have me back now, lol.
She's like, oh, wow, what's that? What's all that? Tell me more about that. That's interesting. Shout outs, though. Appreciate the Mrs. Cyber Taurus. Appreciate you. She's probably thinking to herself, why is he always watching this guy? What makes him so good? Shout outs to Cyber Taurus with the Force JoJo. Big love to Cyber Taurus again with the $5 dono. We appreciate you, fam. It says, nah, she knows. That's great, dude. That is so awesome. Shout outs to Mrs. Cyber Taurus. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, young lady. Mr. Cyber Taurus, he's goated. He's so awesome, man. He's been great. I appreciate you guys' support. I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate you guys, being positive influence on the community. So thank you so much. That's awesome. Hey, what up, Sensory Overload? Welcome to the stream, brother. How you doing today? Walmart was easy to pre-order from last night. It really was, Brennan. Yeah, it was a nightmare. Usually a player gets signed up and then they get injured out of the whole season paying all the fees. I mean, it just depends. I mean, a lot of players play. Some people get injured. Football's a violent game. A lot of people get hurt. I mean, the chances of you not getting hurt is 0. You will get hurt in football. You will get hurt. You will miss games. You will miss time. You will not play. It's a brutal sport. It's not fun. It's fun, then it's not fun. Like, the only thing that's fun about football is like actually playing and like if you do well. But like everything else sucks. The meetings suck. The practices suck. The conditioning sucks. Like everything sucks about football except for like game day. That's the only good thing about American football. Justin and Caitlin with the $3.
Question from the wife: do you think Tekken could come to the Switch too?
Tekken is rumored and is heavily rumored and probably coming to Switch 2. Yes, Tekken 8, yeah, that is coming. It should be coming from Bandai Namco. Let's see here. Walmart came in clutch for me 4 in the morning. Not even expecting to get one. Oh, let's go. Let's go. Shout outs. Sup, Nick93, welcome. Told my girlfriend don't get a Switch to 80 pounds for games. PS5 better games at 70 pounds. I think you're the troll from yesterday or whatever the case is, but games aren't 80. They're not. There's definitely games that are not that. You can get games for cheaper than that. So yeah, but it's all good, man. I guess you've been listening to the drama tubers out there, but no, every game's not 80. There are games like Donkey Kong, for example, is 70. There's $40 games, there's $50 games, there's $60 games. So every game's not 80. So no, that's definitely false. No way Hadara is missing out Switch 2. Oh yeah, Bandai Namco is going to release games on Switch 2. Let's see here. My ex was a former football player. It takes its toll. It really does. It really does. It takes its toll. I mean, if you can play it and you can go to the NFL, obviously do it. But like most people can't go to the NFL, and it's tough. And it's like I said, my right knee I think is done. Even though I can still run and I can still jump and everything, but like I cannot put the punishment that I used to put on my right knee. Like football just it wears you down. It wears you down. But it's good though. It's still I wouldn't take anything back from my days of playing. Not a chance. Got a pre-order at GameStop, 11 a.m. on lunch break, no sweat. Hey, there you go. Very interested to see how Tekken looks on Switch 2. I mean, they'll probably look around the Xbox Series S level, just like Street Fighter, or better, or maybe a little bit better. Bandai Namco still needs to let us have Xenosaga remakes. Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna happen. Meet Kit today at my local GameStop. I was number 3. Hey, shoutouts, let's go. So you're up in the Northern California then, right? Her pre-orders were crazy. They were definitely crazy. I mean, a lot of people got one, but they were crazy. It was crazy. It was a crazy night. Crazy night. I was able to lock down my pre-order at GameStop. Yeah, like look at how many people here actually got one. Like a lot. Nintendo had a lot of stock. There were some stores that had 100 plus. There were some stores that had like 80 or 90. I mean, stock wise, compared to the previous two systems that we got with the Nintendo or with the PS5 and the Xbox Series, there's definitely more stock, because there was a lot of stores that only had like 20 or 30 or like 10 or 12 like PS5s. I remember vividly that many people did not get one. But once again, back in 2020, there is a caveat to that. There was a chip shortage and there was COVID. So you had health concerns, you had chip shortages. Like 2020 was nightmare year. So that's the reason why that there wasn't enough, you know. It wasn't like it was just like normal no stock. There was so many things going on. Switch 2 bundle secured at Best Buy after. Yo, let's go. I couldn't get one. I went to GameStop. They only had 32 and I was number 34. So close. Oh my gosh. That's so terrible, Jux. I feel so bad for you. Oh no. I got the bundle at GameStop in Los Angeles. There's a lot of GameStops in Los Angeles. So yeah, but you know, hey, look, good enough, right? Good enough. Yeah, I was in LA just the other day, man. That place LA's huge. I mean, obviously, LA County is massive. So yeah, good stuff though, man. I'm glad you were able to get one. GameStop made it easy for people in store. Like if you're going there, just line up. If you're there in time, you get it. You're good. Let's see here. NFL can be like a car wreck on your body, not worth it for a lifetime of pain. It is and it isn't worth it. I would say this: if you can make it to the NFL, make it. Play about maybe 6 or 7 years, right? You play your first contract. If you do really well, you'll get a big contract. Play that contract out and retire. The problem is that people extend their careers to make as much money as possible, but really you should only play two contracts. Play your first 3-year or 4-year contract and then play your second contract and then quit. If you do that, you won't have the lifetime, unless something bad happens, you know. But most of the time, guys that play 10, 12, 15 years, they're the ones that have a lot of the issues. Now, don't get me wrong. You can play less than that and have issues. But yeah, that's the move right now for a lot of players is play your first contract, get a big contract, play your second one, then retire, you know, or sign a short-term deal for your second contract and then retire after that. So you can make a lot of money in the NFL though. Like most NFL players will tell you, yeah, whatever, I hurt my body, blah, blah, blah. But they'll all say, almost all of them will say, it was worth it. I'd do it again. Like I can, trust me, I've been around a lot of the guys that make it to the NFL. They would all say the same thing. It was worth it. I don't care. It was worth it. I took care of my family. I have generational wealth, whatever, right? So most of them will say it's worth it, despite whatever problems they have. Let's see here. What if you chasing a chip though? If you chasing a chip, then you chasing a chip. But I mean, if you're looking to take care of your body, then obviously chasing a chip probably isn't the option. There's more to life than winning a championship in Super Bowl. There's more to life than that, right? Some guys are motivated by it and have to, like Tom Brady and all that. But a lot of other people, you know, they just want to take care of their family. That's the main. I mean, it's work at the end of the day. It is a game, and there's pride and there's other stuff. But at the end of the day, it still is work. Like you clock in, you clock out, right? Or you get your checks. It's not for fun. It's work. So yeah, rugby's harder than the NFL. You never played in the NFL, and you probably never played football either. Let's see here. Most that doesn't get no Switch 2 pre-order. I feel bad. Most didn't get it. Okay, yeah. Sup OJ? I showed up to my GameStop in the mall an hour before it was open. I was fifth in line. Nice. So you're able to get one? Let's go. All right, take it easy, Comment Spidey. Thanks for coming out to the stream. I'm just glad the line in the closest GameStop near me wasn't as long as the morning. They had a lot of Mario Kart bundles. Nice. How many did they have? I'm located in Canada, and one of my GameStops still had pre-order spots 4 hours after the opening store. I was able to secure a Mario Kart bundle. Nice. Let's go. First time owning the Switch. Oh, you never had the Switch 1. Okay, cool. Let's go. Hey, what's up, Justin, the 90s fan? Welcome to the stream. Jacksonville traded up to get Travis Hunter. Okay, what number was that at? Deported Sicilian with the 13 months. Thank you so much, Deported Sicilian. Shoutouts. OJ, I got two. I got one from Target yesterday. I didn't want to jinx myself because the orders were getting canceled. Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm so ready for June 5th. I am super ready for June 5th. Let's go. Just another artist. Hype. I was able to get one Mario Kart World physical at GameStop with down payment. Bundle was sold out though. Oh man, bundle was sold out. All right. Well, hey, look. As long as you secured the goods, that's all that matters. Best Buy came through and got mine an hour into pre-orders. Man, lucky you. Best Buy was apparently trash for many people, but apparently many people also got theirs at Best Buy. So It is what it is. Did the detractors cancel your pre-order? So, okay, I heard that DSP got his pre-order canceled. Was that the case? DSP got his pre-order canceled for the Switch 2? He deserves it. I'm glad he got it canceled. That bum. Shout outs though. Thank you for the $2 dono, Mr. Deported Sicilian. I was in the middle of work when they went live. Got one through Best Buy. Oh my God, you were at work? Went to my local game store, put down a pre-order for Mario Kart bundle. Can't wait. Yes, it's gonna be so much fun. My GameStop had 40 bundles, 20 bundles, but the one employee said that they scalped a few bundles for themselves and really wanted to say something. I need to secure the bundle. They scalped a few? That's not good. I would report them. No, I'm joking. Maybe. Can we see FF15 coming to Switch 2? FF15? Maybe. Like Breath of the Wild times 10 size of the map. I don't think it is times 10 size of the map of Breath of the Wild, but either way, that doesn't make the game. It's definitely not as good of a game as Breath of the Wild. So I love Final Fantasy 15. No, I don't love it. I think it's a good game. It's a good game, but it's definitely nowhere near as good as Breath of the Wild. 15 times size doesn't mean much. But yeah, we'll see though. Bomb, what's good, man? Welcome to the stream. I'll have to get Mario Kart World separately. Yeah. I can see your comments, Mr. Davis. Welcome to the stream. Got a question about Switch 2 games. Do you think you might get the game Resident Evil 4? I think Resident Evil 4 is possible. Yeah. OJ, I was hilarious. Showed up the order number from his email on stream. Let's see. OJ, I was hilarious. He showed the order. I don't know what that means. Let's see here. Bill Goldberg is a beast, and he only lasted 5 years in the NFL. Did Bill Goldberg even last that long in the NFL? Let's see here. I was at work trying to get one. Nice. Let's go. I avoided the online releases like the plague. Yo, let's go. Yeah, that's a good idea. Deported with the $2 says autograph your Switch 2 box and send it to DSP. No. No. I'm not. I'm not going to. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do it. But I know you want me to. He doesn't even deserve that. OJ, it was hilarious. DSP showed his confirmation email on stream, and you could clear as day see the order ID. Oh, okay. Is that why he got it canceled? Somebody messed it up. Somebody went there and tried to hack it or something. Carolina Panthers legend Bill Goldberg. Yo, let's go. Bill Goldberg. Brock Lesnar versus Bill Goldberg, NFL career. I got GameStop pre-order Switch 2 bundle at the Plaza Bonita Mall. Arrived at GameStop at 11:40 a.m. Very small line. There you go. Nice, Roberto. When I mentioned the map size, I meant if Switch 2 can handle the map size. It's one of the biggest games in terms of map size. Map size does not determine whether a system can handle it or not. That's not the determining factor of if a game can run or if it can handle or something or not, man. That's not it. That's not how it works. Because map size is just map size. You know, it's not that big of a deal. Final Fantasy 15 is on the original Xbox One, so just keep that in winning. I don't think you understand like the power and how things work, because that game's on the original Xbox One, not like Xbox One X, not like Xbox. I mean, it's on Xbox Series, but that game came out for the original Xbox One. I mean, clearly Switch is stronger than the original Xbox One, so yeah, I don't think you don't understand game development, and that's okay. That's why you're asking. But yeah, that has nothing to do with it. Also, if I'm not correct, I'm pretty sure Xenoblade Chronicles X has as big of a map or bigger map than Final Fantasy 15. So there's also that as well. When keeping it real goes wrong, I know. Seriously, man. Seriously. But it's all good. They had 81 Mario Kart bundle units from the store. I got it from nice 81. The port system, it's not the size of the map, but it's how you use it. Yeah, it's like how you use the map. It's like what the map. Having a huge map is fine, but I mean, if there's not enough stuff to do, or if it's not great, or if it's just like full of just like, you know, whatever block content, then it doesn't really matter how big the map size is. That doesn't determine whether the game can come over or not. Yeah, like Oblivion and Skyrim worked off of 512 gigabytes of RAM on the Xbox 360, and those maps are huge. Exactly. So it's not really based off of. I mean, obviously there's a component and a factor into it, right? Being able to handle, like, you know, the no loading. Oh my! Give me 1 second, guys. My phone. Sorry about that, guys. My phone my alarm decided to go off from yesterday. But yeah, map size is not the determining factor. But we've had big map sizes for generations now. Might get Expedition 33. Get it. It's very good. If you like turn-based RPGs. A lot of people are saying Final Fantasy. A lot of people are saying Lost Odyssey. But honestly, this game reminds me of, visually, it reminds me of like some type of like Final Fantasy 15 maybe. So like mix Final Fantasy visual style like Final Fantasy 15 and mix that with Paper Mario. That is what Expedition 33 is. I think a lot of people haven't played Paper Mario, so they don't know. But this game is Paper Mario. It is Paper Mario mixed with like an art style of Final Fantasy like 15. That's what it reminds me of. So that's my take on it. Yes, I mean Lost Odyssey a little bit. You can kind of put a little bit of that flair because like the graphical style as well. Maybe like a little bit Lost Odyssey, a little bit Final Fantasy 15. But yeah, a lot of the visual flair reminds me graphically of Final Fantasy 15. Like it just kind of like has like the same flair. Also, the people like the main guy Gustav, he makes weapons appear from like thin air, like Noctis does. Like he can just conjure swords and he can conjure guns. So very much like Noctis can conjure different types of weapons. So yeah, and like the outfit that they wear, kind of. I mean, it's not the same outfit, but it's like black. You know, like Noctis's outfit. You know, like a trench coat type of thing. So there's also that. But he doesn't look like Noctis though. He looks like a French dude. This is Bravely Default music. Do you think Expedition 33 will come to Switch 2? It's definitely possible for sure. Legend of Dragoon, yeah. Legend of Dragoon, yeah. I can see that. Yeah. I can see Legend of Dragoon. I can see that. But I would say that I see Paper Mario maybe a bit because Paper Mario has like the defensive stuff that you can do too. Like the timing, that's so important. But yeah, Legend of Dragoon, Paper Mario, Final Fantasy visual style, and also Final Fantasy, like when it comes to some of the music, just kind of like some of the things that you could do in the world. Final Fantasy definitely reminds me of like Final Fantasy 10, Final Fantasy 15. Not quite 15. It kind of has like the linear structure of Final Fantasy 13 at times. It's not very. There's usually only like two paths you can go. You can go this way and get like an extra thing, or you can go this way and go towards the main story. There is no mini map, so, and I think that was intentional because it's an expedition. You're on almost completely uncharted territory. Like there is no real mapped out area of that area. So I think that's the reason why. But yeah, no mini map. But I literally fought I fought an enemy from like Pokemon in the game. Literally, it's an enemy from Pokemon. Like they played everything. They literally played everything. I don't want to ruin it for people, but there is definitely a Pokemon inspired sub boss in the game. That is 1000% from Pokemon. Like it's clear as day. It's early in the game, so it's not like a huge spoiler, or anything like that. No, it's not Mewtwo. No, it's not Mewtwo. 33 is like steampunk in clothing style. A little bit, yeah, a little bit. Gosh, my GameStop had less than most locations up until 30 minutes ago before the opening getting big. I got the bundle. I can't wait for June. Yes, let's go. Just move to a nice place. Hey, there you go, Buster 5. Nice place. Switch 2. Let's go. So yeah. I'm gonna get Mario Kart. I got the bundle, and then I'm probably also going to get Bravely Default, and I'll probably get something else. I don't know right now, but I'll get some third-party game like Cyberpunk or something else. I don't know. Has to be Tyranitar? No, it's not Tyranitar. I'll tell you guys what it is, just so, like I said, it's not that big of a spoiler. It's not that big of a deal. It's Mr. Mime. Literally, it's Mr. Mime. It's like it's Mr. Mime, and this is very early in the game. You can miss it if you don't like go off to the left, but it's very, very early in the game, so it's not really anything crazy. But it's Mr. Mime. The dude's like, he just puts up a freaking, he puts up like the what's that move, that reflect or what barrier that Mr. Mime does? It's like legitimately Mr. Mime. He does the same thing as Mr. Mime. He's like doing all this and like he's putting up the barrier, like reflections and stuff. So it's pretty funny. 1000% from Pokemon, which they did say that they are Pokemon fans. So little borrow from there. Let's see here. I've never played Xenoblade game. Which one do I recommend? The first one, Xenoblade Definitive Edition, the first game. Let's see. I'm pretty sure we'll see early gameplay of that guy actually. They might have already shown him, so yeah, maybe it's not even a real spoiler at all. So yeah. I don't really think it's like Persona, Sweet Tea. And let me give you the reason why it's not like Persona. Persona doesn't have, one, Persona's anime art style, right? But two, Persona doesn't have context sensitive like moves. Like when you do your move, you hit them and then that's it. There is no like, oh, press this button, active defense. There is none of that in Persona. That doesn't, so I don't think it's, I mean, it's turn-based like Persona, and there's some similarities, but I would say, yeah, more Legend of Dragoon. I'd probably say like Final Fantasy VIII. I would say Paper Mario, obviously, but gameplay-wise, it's actually different from Persona outside of both being turn-based. It kind of has like a skill tree, like maybe like a spear grid, like a really dumbed down or light spear grid, but not really. It kind of reminds me of like Horizon Zero Dawn, that their upgrade path, or like Ghost of Tsushima. It's pretty basic, and then it can split off to different areas. But yeah, Persona kinda, but not really. Like there's other games that have more to do with the gameplay than Persona, for example. Yeah, there's no dating, there's no life sim stuff either. Also, Persona just has way more side content, which Persona games are always known for just being behemoths of games. So structure, gameplay, a lot of things, it's just not like Persona, you know? Justin with the $3.
Just saw on Nintendo everything Split Fiction is going to be a code in a box
Yes.
and not a key card, which is kinda strange.
Yeah, they're still doing, which I thought card in the boxes were done, but no, third-party developers can do whatever they want, apparently. Shout outs though, thank you for the $3, Justin and Caitlin. Yeah, it's just gonna be just the code in the box for Split Fiction. Split Fiction though is 71 gigabytes. 71 gigabytes for that game. It's insane. That game is unnecessarily large for some reason. I don't know why it's so large, but it is. So yeah, it's crazy. It's like to say Expedition 33 destroys Final Fantasy 16 by a country mile. I don't know about by a country mile. Zelda Slacker with the $1 dono says, yo, OJ, I gotta ask, since I didn't get the big Zelda games on Switch 1, should I buy Switch 2 copies in hopes they end up rare, or just buy the OG versions and NSO take care of the upgrade? The chances of the NSO 2 ones becoming somewhat rare are, I would say it could be, because I don't know how much Nintendo's going to print, but I'm guessing those are going to do well in the long run. So, I mean, it's up to you. It depends on your money situation overall. So, yeah, but it depends on your money situation when it comes down to it, Zelda Slacker. Let's see here. What's up, Brian Wright? Welcome. Let's see here. Yeah, Split Fiction's not coming on a card. It's a 71 gigabyte game. There are no cards that can even fit Split Fiction. There's no way that game. Well, once I saw that it was 71 gigabytes, there's no way that game was going to be on a card. There's just no way, unless they were able to compress it a bit. But it's 71 gigabytes on the Switch too. Like it's just a massive game for some reason. Once again, I don't know why, but it is. So there's no way that you're going to even be able to fit it on a card. No, it's all good, Brian. I know what you meant. I think people should be lucky the physical games lasted as long as they did. I don't know about all that, but I mean, there's definitely there's definitely a move to say, hey, look, man, we're not paying for these cart prices anymore. Like Switch 1, we have this, I mean, game keys aren't new. They're just new in terms of what they're calling them, but Switch 1 had a bunch of game keys as well. The only difference though is that Switch 1 didn't, in terms of like the big third-party games, a lot of them, they fit them on the smaller cards, and like they were, 30 frames per second. They were lower resolution. I mean, some of them were, 540p to 360p depending on the game. Some of them like 720p. So yeah, and like the audio quality was lower. Like they definitely neutered them. A lot of these games are actually straight up PS5, Xbox Series, or PS4, Xbox One ports. Like they're literally the size, like the quality of the audio, the quality of the visuals are up to where we got with PS5 and Xbox Series, or close to that. So you can't do that with the file size. So there's no way to get around the file size. Switch 1, you can get around it by downsizing everything, but Switch 2 is significantly more powerful, and it's closer to PS5 and Xbox Series, PS4, Xbox One, so therefore the file size comes with those. Once again, with Switch 1, you can do things because it was much, much lower in quality with the resolution and textures and things like that, but with Switch 2, you're getting pretty close, right? You're getting closer visuals, textures, quality, so the file size is going to be up there, and there's nothing, and like those 64 gigabyte cartridges are expensive as hell. So there's not really a solution right now. Hopefully Nintendo can make those carts cheaper over time, but I don't know. The Switch 1 never got, it didn't get much cheaper for 32 gigabyte carts. Just even 32 gigabyte carts, it didn't get much cheaper. So really, it's just like one of those, what can you do? It's either you do this or you probably don't have any of the third-party support, you know? Third parties just don't want to optimize. I mean, I don't know if it's about optimization, more so if it's about quality of the game, quality of like audio, quality of the game. You know, if you have a lot of languages, things like that can definitely bump the file size up. If you have 4K textures or high quality textures, or you know, volumetric lighting, or all these different things that take up a lot of space. Depends on the game, right? You know, it depends on the game, like the quality that you're going for. So yeah. Let's see here. Did the third parties have to buy Switch carts from Nintendo on top of them paying 30% royalties? Yes, you pay for your carts, and then you also pay for your royalty. You pay for the sales, yeah. Finally got a Switch 2 pre-order from GameStop. Yo, let's go. Just go use disc, and there'll be a problem. Yeah, just spinning disc in a portable system. That works. That works 1000%. Did third parties have to buy? Okay, I already read that. Shout out to White. OJ, Street Fighter 6 game case says requires 50 gigabyte download. The file size is 48 gigabytes. Capcom utilized literally nothing. What's on the cart? Extra file size. They went cheap for sure. It's not a actual cart, Dilford. It's not a cart. It's a game key card. So it's essentially, it's a download. It's a download, but what it is that it doesn't operate completely like a digital game. Digital games are tied to your account. Game key cards are not tied to your account. So you can actually buy, sell, trade, whatever, a game key card. Like, it's not tied to anything. It's just a game. You just have to download it. So there's nothing on the actual card. It's not an actual 64 gigabyte cartridge for the game. So yeah. Let's see here. I don't know why they don't split the content. Something could be on cartridge, because that's just an added expense for no reason. If a game is 71 gigabytes, how much are you going to put on the cartridge? It's just going to be like Switch 1, where you have 8 gigabytes on the cartridge and you have to download the rest of the game. It literally makes no difference. You still have to download the game. The game won't operate without a download. So whether there's some on the cartridge or not, it really doesn't matter, considering how big the games are. Then if the games were small with a small download, then maybe it wouldn't be so bad. But the fact that the games are so large, what does it matter if there's, I mean, they're not going to split the cartridges, because you're still going to have to pay that amount for the cartridge. If, let's just say you have a 70 gigabyte game, let's just say you put 35 gigabytes on the cartridge, that's still a 64 gigabyte cartridge. You'd have to pay for it on top of the royalty. There's no point in doing that. If you cut it down to like 8 gigabytes, it becomes the same thing that we got on Switch 1. So it doesn't really matter. Outside of maybe saving you a little bit of space on your micro SD card. I mean, that's about it. Let's see here. So did you manage to get one in store? Yeah, I got one, House King. I got one. I got one from Walmart. Split Fiction being a code in the box example, Nintendo is allowing third parties to do whatever works, benefit them in terms of cards, keys, and codes. Yes, I thought we weren't going to see that, because we had only seen game keys and physical games. But now, yeah, third parties can do what they want, it seems. Hey, no problem, Dilford. No problem, man. Yeah, that's still, I guess there's still some stuff that we have to clear before launch, right? Cartridge situation sounds annoying, Loki. It is and it isn't. Like, it's good because cartridges are, obviously you need them for a handheld system. Like, if a system is handheld, you could not have a spinning disc in there. Try the PSP. That was a terrible idea. So you need a cartridge you need solid state media for a portable system. Anything that's like you take and move it. You don't want spinning discs inside of a system. So it's annoying, but then again, at the same time, it's like good. It's like good and bad. It's definitely a positive and a negative. Good news is, though, that games that actually are on cartridge, they actually run off of the cartridge. Unlike, you know, you don't have to install them to your memory. So all of Nintendo's first party games, those, if you get them physical, you don't have to actually install it to your hard drive. It'll run off the cartridge. Whereas with the Xbox and PlayStation, every game installs, even if it's, you know, on, you know, the full game's on there or not, it doesn't matter. Every single thing is installing to your hard drive with Xbox and PlayStation. Whereas with Switch 2, Obviously, there's going to be a ton of games that do. You have to install or download code, but there's going to be a number of Nintendo first-party games that clearly don't do that, and some third-party games where it just plays off the cartridge. So yeah. Yeah, there's no actual perfect solution for this. There's no perfect solution. Because like I said, Xbox and PlayStation, it downloads to your memory anyway, regardless whether it's a digital game or a physical game. The only difference is that at least with the physical game with Xbox and PlayStation, at least like if it's all on the actual Blu-ray, you can play it without having to connect to the internet for anything, you know, but you still need to install that space to your hard drive. In the past, you didn't need to install that space to your hard drive. It actually played off the disc, you know, PS1, PS2, PS3, some PS3 games you need to install or have a small install or a big install, but not many. Like I can count on one hand, like Folklore, I think GTA 5 or GTA 4 or GTA 5, one of those two. There's like a few, but for the most part, you can just play the game off the disc. Caitlin and Justin with the $3. Yo, shout outs.
I'm glad I got a micro SD Express. With all these file sizes, it starts to add up.
Yeah, people are going to be buying the big micro. It's going to add up, especially if you bring over your Switch 1 library. If it's digital library, now if you have a physical Switch 1 library, then you're good. You don't got to really worry about it too much. But if you have a digital Switch 1 library, then yeah, it's definitely going to add up quite a bit. No pre-orders in my country yet, OJ. Oh man, what's happening there? People are using third parties, choosing GKCs as Nintendo trying to push for all digital features, which doesn't make sense. Yeah, like I think that it's not that they're trying to. I don't think Nintendo's trying to push for all digital future. I think that they essentially said, hey, look, this is the option that we have because of the price of the cartridges. They weren't able to fix that. Once again, if you look at Switch 1 had 32 gigabyte cartridges available. How many developers paid for a 32 gigabyte cartridge? Nobody paid for a 32 gigabyte cartridge that had big games. Once again, with Switch 1, you could reduce the file size, right? So you can have games that are only, 16 gigabytes in file size, or you can have a game, that's lower, but you didn't see a lot of third-party games that had the quality of what we're getting now. So there's no way that they're going to pay for 64 gigabyte cartridges. You're going to get some that do it, but most developers, the profit margin's not there to pay for the cartridge and also to pay a 30% royalty to Nintendo. So they're not going to do it, right? They're just not going to. So this means we still might get cloud games on Switch 2? No, that doesn't mean that. No. I'm glad I mean, cloud games are on Xbox and PlayStation as well. Like, cloud is just a thing. Like, it's an optional feature. But no, that doesn't mean that. I mean, we could, but it doesn't mean that, no. Where can I find a micro SD Express card? You can find them on Amazon. Nintendo doesn't import to my country, so resellers need to do the importing. Oh, man, resellers. That's not good. What happened to Nin? Something happened to Nin128. What's up, Nin? Welcome. What happened to you? Can you repeat? Guess I'm gonna own the smallest amount of games for the console ever with Switch 2. Yeah, if you're not into like getting obviously like the physical games, then that's unfortunate, man. So yeah, I mean, you don't have to buy the games. Obviously, if you don't want to buy the games, you want to have actual physical, you don't want them, then yeah, you don't have to buy them. I agree. I 100% agree with that. I'm gonna buy my games physical when I can buy them physical. I'll probably buy some game key cards if I want the game enough, because at least I can. It's not tied to my account. I can buy and I can trade and sell them. But I'm gonna mainly buy the physical games. Like Nintendo's first party, those are the physical games. But I've given up on like physical for PlayStation. I buy physical on PlayStation, but there's so many games that require installs and downloads. So it's like a lot of games you can play off the disc or you can play them. But if you want the updates, right, it requires you to update something. So it's just kind of like a dookie situation all around. So for example, Indiana Jones, which I wasn't gonna buy. I already played it on Xbox, but I was thinking about it. But Indiana Jones, like there's only 20 gigabytes on the disc. And like the rest of it, you got to download, right? And there's other games too, so unfortunate. Unfortunate. Let's see. OJ does the included grip have remappable buttons? Remappable the included grip? What grip are you talking about? You mean the little doggo grip? No, that doesn't have remappable buttons. That's the Switch 2 Pro controller. OJ, Niners are going for Sanders? No. When does Best Buy put the money back in your account? I don't know. You're gonna have to check with them. Probably call customer support. It might be different for everybody. Every game has to install on PS5 after that disc. It's just a verification key. Yes, that is true. PS5 and Xbox Series games, once again, they don't play off of the disc. the game is on there. So for physical collectors, there are still a high number of PS5 games in particular that are valuable because you can technically play the game without an internet connection, no problem, right? It plays off of there. I think like 80 to 90% of the library of physical games, you can do that. However, once again, there are a number of those games that also have major downloads, bug fixes, things like that. So even if you can play it without having to connect to the internet, it's not quite as good, or you might run into issues or problems. So obviously connecting to the internet and downloading the update would be ideal. This is for a number of PlayStation 5 games, right? We get updates all the time that fixes bugs, that fixes issues, that fixes whatever. But the difference though is that a lot of them do have it to where it's complete on there, to where it will boot up and it will play without any type of update, But there are some that you do need to download regardless. Xbox clearly has a number of those because they have smart delivery. So a lot of games that were on Xbox One and Xbox Series, you have to download the Xbox Series version of the game. It's just the Xbox One version with an upgrade essentially built into it where you download. So, you know, there's varying levels of game keys, or varying levels of, not necessarily game keys of what I just said, but like varying levels of you have to download something from the internet to play the game, you know? So yeah. The charging grip doesn't have, there's no grip that has the extra buttons. It's only the Nintendo Switch 2 Pro controller. Blu-ray discs are expensive to reproduce, so why can't we get a couple discs for whole games? Blu-ray, I think that aren't expensive. Yeah, Blu-ray discs aren't expensive. They're not. That's why most of the games you'll see on a Blu-ray disc, like most of them are good. Inexpensive. Yeah, I knew that's what you meant. Inexpensive. Most of them, like I said, a good amount of PS5 games will have the whole game on the disc. Like there are a high number of games, but like I said, some games no. Some games no. So yeah. NX Revolution with the $5 dono. Yo, let's go. Ninja Peach. Let's go.
You gotta start saving,
Yo.
but I got that GameStop pre-order in.
Let's go.
Hyped.
Let's go. Good to hear that you got that GameStop pre-order in. Let's go, baby. Not true. What's not true? Honestly, I think it's the fact that the third-party developers just aren't well-versed with video game compression like Nintendo. Nintendo are the masters. I mean, like, it's yes and no. Nintendo does a lot of different things. Like, they don't necessarily try to have the highest textures and the biggest graphics in their games, so they're able to do different things to help out with that. Also, Nintendo voice acting seems to be a thing that Nintendo doesn't always do a ton of. So third-party developers, depending on the game, right? Voice acting, quality of the audio, other things is what makes the file size go up. Audio in particular is very, 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 you know, I'm an editor. I'm not a game developer, but I'm an editor. And I can tell you right now, audio, high quality audio, music is very, very like space intensive. And also textures. So 4K textures, high quality textures, that stuff just eats space like no other. So it's like a balance, right? Like if you're trying to do a game, obviously, that looks incredible. Like if you're trying to do like a big game, right? Big game, a lot of places to go, high quality textures, great audio, multiple languages on the disc, it's gonna blow the file size up. It's not necessarily, there are some developers that obviously, you know, compression ain't great, but a lot of times, man, it's because of the quality of the game or what they're trying to do with the game, you know? Like I said, as somebody who, you know, I edit and I see how big file sizes can be. I mean, I do like my videos. My regular videos can be up for 1080p, 60 frames per second with, you know, good quality sound. Stereo quality sound or a little bit above, right? That will be sometimes 1.5 to 2 gigabytes for a 15-minute video. Think about that for a second, guys. For a 15-minute video, it might be up to 1.5 to 2 gigabytes. For a simple 15-minute video of me, dude, it's not even freaking video. It's like just different games, right? It's not even like video like me. So you got to keep in mind, bro. And that's just what I do. That's on small scale. So keep that in mind. Now you're talking about a big, massive open world game or a big game that has multiple language options and all that. My videos can be a gig, you know? and I'm optimizing. It's only 1080p, 60 frames. I'm optimizing because I don't like big file sizes either. Like I don't like my videos taking forever to render. And that's like damn near 2 gigs just for that, you know. Let's see here. Jennifer L. Daniels, thank you for the subscription, appreciate that. And is it Kylian V? Thank you for the subscription as well, appreciate that. Yo, what's up, Unreal Christian? Welcome to the stream, brother. How you doing today? Textures, audio, video, big, add big to gigabytes and megabytes. Yes, add big. Textures, audio, video. The more you, like, for example, like if I'm on camera, because the video feed is more, it's higher quality than like me just doing an audio rip with YouTube videos playing over it. That right there jumps the file size up by gigabyte plus. If I do a 15-minute on-camera video, it's probably going to be 3 gigabytes. John's are probably that size, if not way bigger. So yeah, like, and that's just like I said, it's not even a game, bro. We just talking on camera. File size, if you want high quality, it's gonna eat up the space. The thing with Switch 2 is that you're seeing a lot, 1440p. You're seeing a lot of higher quality assets. You're seeing a lot of higher quality audio. I think that's the big thing. Switch 1 audio is not great. Switch 2 audio has, well, it's okay, but Switch 2 audio has 3D surround sound. It's definitely higher quality speakers, and it's going to be higher quality audio. I can make the file sizes of all my videos way smaller, but I'd have to drop it to maybe, 720p. I'd have to drop the audio quality to below stereo. I'd have to do a lot of different things to drop, to get the file size under a gigabyte for one video. So that's the same thing that a lot of developers did with Switch 1. They dropped the file size by reducing the quality of the textures, by reducing the quality of the audio. Like they found ways, to do it. But with Switch 2, they're trying to have a more quality experience overall. So once again, it sucks, and I'm not justifying it. I'm not going to be buying a lot of the key cards and the all digital stuff, man. But it's like, that was one of the major things that I talked about before. And I was like, what's going to be the solution? Because these 32 gigabyte cartridges still aren't cheap. Like, nobody used the 64 gigabyte cartridge on Switch 1. I think there might have been some available, but Nintendo opted to not do them. But damn near nobody used the 32 gigabyte cartridge. So if that was too expensive, now you have higher quality, more expensive cartridges so they can play fast boot, right? Because Switch 2 is like, it has fast loading. It's not going to be, the loading time is going to be significantly lower than a lot of Switch 1 games. So what can you do? Like, it almost like there's no option right now, I wish they would have figured something out, though, to be honest. I really do. Lars with the 100 NLK says pre-orders in Norway never close. Retailers are still selling pre-orders. Don't know what that means for Nintendo here. I can imagine it's a good, but I can't imagine it's a good sign. The console costs between 640 and 710 USD here. Well, I mean, Norway isn't a huge market for Nintendo. It's not a huge market at all. So I don't think that they're really relying upon Norway in terms of things. No offense, no shots to Norway. No shots to Norway or anything, but I don't think that they're relying upon Norway to get them their sales, because over here in the US and in Japan, it's blowing up when it comes to the pre-orders. It's going to sell really well. Some parts of Europe too, like France and stuff like that. So it might not be good for Norway, but luckily Norway definitely is not a huge market for them. So I think they'll be okay. Shout outs to Lars, appreciate that. And look, it makes it easier for people in Norway that want one. You don't got to worry about doing what people have to do here, which was insane here. So it's a positive and a negative. So yeah, would you let your kids play in the NFL knowing the dangers? Of course I would. So yeah, the GR buttons on the charging grip, not the regular grip. The GR buttons for Switch 2, those are on the Switch 2 Pro controller. I don't think those are on any other controller but the Switch 2 Pro controller, from what I understand. Unless I'm wrong on that one. The game keycard isn't a big deal. Nintendo Game Dude says the game keycard isn't a big deal. Makes it so you can resell them. I'd rather get something from selling and being stuck with the digital game you won't play. That's true. That's one advantage. Let's see here. The GR buttons are on the charging grip. Are they really? I did not know that. I thought they were only on the Switch 2 Pro controller. Okay, nice. That's good stuff. There we go. I didn't know that. The back paddle ones, those ones? I did not know that. Nice. Good stuff. There you go. I'm learning something too. Shout outs to Lars though. Thank you for the $10 dono. Big love. Appreciate that big $10 plus. Let's go. We out here tonight.
Even further beyond.
You're wrong. They're on the charging grip. Well, we'll figure it out. We'll find out. Let's see. I just checked the charging grip. It does have them. Okay, just check the chart. It does have them. Crazy. There you go. They're on the charging grip. I had a question with Switch 2 compatibility with Switch 1 games. What if there's a new Switch 1 game and it doesn't run on Switch 2? A new Switch 1 game that doesn't run on Switch 2? A new one? I mean, I haven't seen any new games that are on Switch 1 that don't run on Switch 2 yet. So Nintendo's still updating compatibility. So I mean, if it doesn't run, then they'll make it run or they'll try to get it to run. But I haven't seen that yet. Most new Switch 1 games are also coming to Switch 2. Like Sonic Cross Shadows is somewhat new. That's coming. The new what's it called? The game from the Ride Out game, that's coming. So most of the newer games are all Switch 2 compatible. Matthew Williams with the $1.99 says, did you get one? I did get one, Matthew. Thank you. Thank you for asking. I did get one. It was awesome. Thank you for the dono. We going.
Even further beyond.
This is the $2 dono, man. Yes, I did get one. For those who did get one, let me know in the chat. Let me know. Do you think Dragon Quest 11S will get enhanced? It's sold pretty well. Wow, Dragon Quest 11. It would be nice if it did. It would be nice if it got enhanced like 60 frames per second. Yeah, that'd be nice. Maybe. Hello, I fell asleep listening to your stream last night after getting my pre-order. Did you ever get one? I did get one, Shred Nasty. Thank you for checking up on me, man. Thank you. Did you get one? You got your pre-order? Okay, good. What'd you get? Pre-order stock differs from launch stock, right? Yes. There might not be a lot of launch stock. They might get some extras, but most of the time what they get for pre-order is what they get. You don't get many more. Some stores might get more, but it really varies from store to store. It really varies. So I can't sit here and tell you that it is like, oh yeah, it's this. So, I got one at Best Buy and Target. Hey, there you go, Huddy. Yo, Huddy, I don't know if you got my message. And I sent you a message back on Twitter. I'm pretty sure I did. So in terms of like the eShop card giveaway stuff, that stuff's coming. Best Buy, I had to order from Best Buy because Amazon was being really corny, and they still haven't. They weren't sending it. It's been an hour afterwards, and I still didn't get it. So, let's see. When will Amazon pre-orders be ready? I'm not sure if Amazon is getting any pre-orders. Got one through Best Buy. Hey, shout out to Red. Best Buy was a complete dookie for me. Complete garbage. Okay, cool. Yeah, that eShop card's coming. I don't get the issue. Just got a Switch Lite from Best Buy. No issue. No waiting. Let's go. Just got a Switch Lite from Best Buy. So, yeah, I don't think you have a problem getting the Switch Lite. No, but that's not in high demand. Camping out at GameStop, John. Let's go. Oh, well, I'm kidding, man. Okay, yeah, I figured. Yeah, I'm about to say, that's definitely kidding. My Switch 2 library will be very selective when I'm buying game key cards. Yeah, it's probably going to be the games that you just really want, you know? Sanders will be a 49er. He will not. He will not. They are not drafting him. So, yeah. And they are not drafting him. Let's see here. Metroid Prime 4 Metroid Prime 4 Beyond Quality Mode, 4K 60 again, Quality Mode Performance, 1080p, 120 frames, Jumping Jehovah Shot? Nintendo's really made a beast of a console, dude. I mean, yeah, it's a Switch 1 game, but yeah, definitely. I got mine, bro, after the bloodbath online attempt. Drove to my local GameStop to see if anyone was there. Like at 2 a.m., there were 10 people there waiting. Dang! At 2 a.m., there were 10 people there. Oh, that's a little bit scary. At 2 a.m., there were 10 people there. Oh, you know, that's good, though. I'm glad you're able to get it. Oh, yeah, vote with your wallet, Dash. If you don't want to buy any of the game cards, don't buy them. I mean, nobody's... Once again, I'm pro-consumer. You got a lot of these fake content creators, a lot of these fake people that will sit there and try to impose any type of will on you. They'll tell you that you're this and you're that. If you don't like Steam Deck or you don't like this or you're saying that, it's like they get all crazy. I'm not going to do that. If you don't want to buy them, don't buy them. Buy whatever you want, bro. It's all good. Is there any way of guesstimating the number of Switch 2 pre-orders globally? No. No. You can only just go off of what Nintendo says. I mean, whatever Nintendo says, but Nintendo hasn't said anything yet, so no. Cruzy says, yo fam, walked into GameStop today and it worked. Boom, got my pre-order 5 minutes, only have to put down $50 deposit. Nice, let's go. Feeling proud. Were you able to get a pre-order, the cool guy? Launch should be incredibly hyped, but now that I got my pre-order fit to go ham in Clair Obscur Expedition 33, yes. I played Clair Obscur today. I'm actually at the beginning of the game, and I just want to get the timing down. I'm playing on the hardest difficulty, and the freaking timing for some of these attacks are crazy. So I am just literally just on one one enemy, and I'm just it's right next to a camp, and I am just practicing my timing, practicing like my moves and getting everything done. So that's and leveling up and getting a hold of the battle system. So that's what I've been doing. I think I did that for about an hour and a half to 2 hours today. So yeah, drop the price actually means sold out. Listen, the video that I did today had some people coping. It was a good video though, in my opinion. A lot of people watched the video. I thought it was a pretty good video. But yeah, there was definitely some people coping in the comments section, saying that, I mean, there's over 1,000 comments, so that's awesome. But yeah, there were some people saying, oh, it was all scalper bots, or I'm like, okay, right. Definitely some cope going on, because they were sitting there spamming my chat, spamming me, telling me that nobody's gonna buy the system, and they're wrong. Obviously, people are gonna buy the system, but yeah, it was pretty funny. It was pretty funny. It was pretty funny overall. It was pretty funny overall with it in terms of everything. So yeah. It was great, man. It was great. Good stuff. All right. Hey, what up, Sis? Welcome. That was funny. It means sold out. That's what drop the price means. Sold. Listen, there were definitely people that were yelling drop the price. There is no way that there weren't people that were angry about drop the price that didn't pre-order. I know that there were people that did that. Which, once again, you're allowed to criticize and still buy something. So I just want to make sure that I make that very clear. You're allowed to criticize and still buy something. You know, you're allowed to do that. Super Christian Me World with the $1 dono says, sup OJ, I called my local GameStop just for fun. They had 85 Switch 2s this morning. Nice. And they're all gone now. Oh, okay. Like Roadrunner, the Speedy Gonzalez. Yo, shout out to Speedy Gonzalez. That dude's a G. And guess what game was sold out too? Mario Kart World physical copy. I mean, listen guys. I already told y'all about Mario Kart World. If you're not buying $240 Xbox Live or Xbox whatever, and you're not buying $180 PSN, whatever, you'll spend the extra $10. I've seen so many Microsoft and Sony guys, obviously PC guys is different, sitting there yelling at people for that while they happily spend $180 to $240, minimum 80, minimum 100 on their Xbox Live and their PSN, or on their Game Pass, on their whatever. So if you're a Nintendo person and you're spending $20 on online and a game is $80, well, you don't spend that to play your game online. You save considerably more than them. So for a lot of normal people, once again, I don't like the $80. I don't like it. They're just going to be like, well, I want Mario Kart. I'm going to put 5,000 hours into it. It's not a big deal to me. I'm buying it. You know, but I've seen so many people that plop $200 plus, or $180 on PSN, sit there and complain about $10. You know, once again, you're free to buy whatever you want. You're free to get whatever you want. Well, there's a lot of Nintendo fans that actually don't buy that, so they have plenty of money because they haven't been paying Sony and Microsoft $100 a year or $200 a year to play the games online. You know. So you gotta also keep that. You also gotta keep that in mind. Me, I don't like the 80, but I'm paying the extra 10. Or actually, no, I didn't, because I bought the bundle. But I would have, if I wouldn't get the bundle, I would have paid the extra 10, because one, I'm gonna play the game for a long time. Two, I'm a content creator. So aside from that, but three, I don't buy Xbox Live. I don't buy PSN, and Nintendo Switch Online is way cheaper. So I don't have to worry about buying that, because I don't buy that, you know, and I can buy it on a game or whatever. So yeah. Pink Retina with the $5 says, I got good news, OJ. My Switch 2 is guaranteed in a store in the GameStop. Save your girl. Hey, let's go. Shout outs to Pink. Yo, thank you for the $5. Appreciate that. I'm glad that you were able to get one. You deserve it, young lady. You deserve it. You deserve it. So yeah, I know drop the price. People failed to get a pre-order. Probably gonna be angry. That probably would set that probably sent them in the downward spiral. So yeah. Shout outs to Pink though. I appreciate you, young lady. You guys give her some love in the chat. Shout outs to Pink. We gotta do some Mario Kart World streams. Let's go. I pre-ordered Street Fighter 6 just to show support and encourage more fighting games to come to release on Switch 2. There you go. Isn't that how it works? It can, from like a byproduct, yeah. Hey, what's up, the Great Wall? Welcome to the stream, brother. I didn't see you in here, but welcome. Somebody else said your name. I saw you now, though. What's up, man? Cut says, sounds like when kids deny having a crush on someone, yeah, they got cooties. No, but I mean, like I said, listen, you guys can buy whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. But like I said, the people that are, like, you know, we had some guys, not a lot, but we had some people come, oh, there's a bad business practice. I'm not going to support. It's like, okay, but you're supporting the $100 PS. You're supporting $80 PSN. You're supporting the price increases on there. You're supporting $70 games. Clearly, you supported that. Clearly, you're supporting $200 PS portals, or because you didn't go ballistic on that, or you're supporting $200 PS Pulse earbuds. You're supporting $300, $400 VR machines. Like all this stuff, you don't go ballistic over that because I never saw you come here and complain about all that stuff. So stop pocket watching. Stop worrying about what other people are doing. You know what I'm saying? Like just worry about yourself at the end of the day because nobody's pocket watching you on what you want to buy. Shout outs to King Hunter. The $5 says, I wonder if Nintendo can share how many first-time users for Switch 2. I don't have a Switch, but I pre-ordered Switch 2, so Breath of the Wild etc. will be new to me. They might share that, but they might not. That can be good and bad data, right? So they might share it, they might not. If they have good retainer data with people that already have it, they might share it and say, look, we have this many people that are people that came over from Switch 1, and we have a bunch of new people. But if the data from people, you know, aren't buying Switch 2, then maybe only having new users isn't a good thing. So it just depends. That can be good and bad data overall, you know? Big love, King Hunter. Thank you for the $4.99, man. And yeah, that's crazy that you didn't have Switch 1, but there you go. Do you plan to make positive, meaningful content on Switch 2? Yes, very positive and meaningful. PS Plus includes hundreds of games. Sure, it includes hundreds of games. Hundreds of games that you probably don't have time to play. Like, do you actually play all of those hundreds of games? So, having that, and that's how they get you. It includes a bazillion games that you're probably not going to play. Because outside of the games that you actually want to buy that don't come to PSN, the games that maybe are on other platforms like PC, or maybe if you have Nintendo, or mobile games, your chances are you're not going to actually use all the value that you're getting with that. So that's the thing, though. It's good, though, to have all that. Don't get me wrong. But if you have, I don't know, no job, no kids, no life, sure, you can play all those hundreds of games. But chances are you're not going to play all those games. Chances are you're not. So is it wasted value? No, of course not. If you perceive it as value, perceive it. But do you have time to play all those games? Probably not. You probably don't. Exactly. People just want the they like the allure of saying, I can do it. Oh, I can play all this. I'm not going to, but I can play it, you know? So yeah. That's what people do. OJ, just Marvelous has confirmed that their games are fully on physical here in the West, and it's great for Daemon X Machina Titanic Silent, as that's really a key card in Japan for some reason. Yeah, they confirmed that. Listen, I don't know if that was a mistake with the key card thing in Japan or not, but we know here in the West, it's definitely not. So, is Deca Police coming to Switch 2? I mean, it hasn't been confirmed yet, but it probably will. Starting day one, both Mario Kart World and Cyberpunk. Hey, there you go. I see some weirdos post meme. Don't ask stupid questions. Consume the product and excited for the next one. The cope is real. Yeah, like that's 100% cope. 40% of the subscription time is used downloading them. I know. The thing about it, the funny thing is, like, really, for those who think that is incredible value, ask yourself every month, how many of those games do you actually play? How many of those games do you actually get your values worth between work, school, kids, wife, husband, boyfriend, girlfriend, a lot of work, right? We all gotta work. Are you actually gonna sit there and run through all these games? You're probably not. Like, if you were a kid, yes, very good, incredible value. Now, if you're off of work and you don't have, if you're like, laid off or you're off of work or you're just not working, then yeah, get it. I agree, it's great value. But a lot of us, you're at work 8 hours a day, right? Or 10 hours a day or 11 hours. You got family. I mean, you don't have time to be sitting here going through 5 billion Game Pass games. I mean, Phil Spencer even said this himself. Like, it's not going to be for everybody, right? It's not going to be for everybody. For me, it's just like, I don't have the time. I don't have the time to play through a bazillion Game Pass games. On top of all the games that are not on Game Pass that I actually want, because everything doesn't come to Game Pass. So you also have to balance that with games that you actually want to play on other platforms. So like, let's say you want to get a game on PS5. Let's say you love haptics on PS5. Okay, well, if you want a game on PS5 and it's on Game Pass, are you going to pick the Game Pass option over like maybe having a better experience with haptics? Or if the game runs better? Like, there's even scenarios like that can throw a wrench into your plans with Game Pass. So to me, it's just, it's a great service and it works for people. Now, here's the one thing how I would get Game Pass. If I was all in on Xbox, if I was an Xbox hardcore gamer, I don't have Nintendo, I don't have PlayStation, then I'd probably be all in on Game Pass. Because I'm like, yeah, all I play is Xbox games. That's all I need. I can just buy this subscription and I'll have everything that I need. I mean, I'll lose my library if I stop paying for it, but it's okay. Like, I have everything that I need. But I'm not. I'm a multi-platform gamer. I play on everything. And yeah, I just don't, I don't have time to be waddling through a million different games on Game Pass. I've been finding games on Nintendo Switch that I've never got to play. Old games I love. I'm very happy. Can't wait for Switch 2. Yeah, shout outs, Michael. And then on top of that, like, you got to like factor in like exactly, 10 hours a day. But Michael works 10 hours a day. So like, how much time do you have to game? Most of us have around what? 5 to 10 hours on a good week, or on a busy week, maybe 5 to 10 hours to play games. Then if it's on a less busy week, maybe you can play games for about 20, 30 hours a week. But even then, that's a lot of time. That's a lot of time, man. So yeah, handheld mode does increase your gameplay time. It does. I've been able to squeeze time in, here and there because of handheld mode. So yeah. Yeah, some people did get their pre-orders canceled. Unfortunate. Let's see here. I don't have time for Switch online games, but it's still only 20. Yeah, I listen, I buy the NSO Plus expansion pack. I don't play a lot of those either. I don't. But the GameCube's coming, so if certain games come to GameCube, I'll definitely play those. But I usually I just get it just because it's like whatever. Like the Mario Kart DLC's on there, the Animal Crossing DLC was on there. There was some stuff on there that was pretty cool. The Splatoon DLC's on there, so I was like, okay, I'll get it for those. I already play those games, so I can get it for that. Plus, like I said, some of the different NSO stuff that you get with it. But yeah, GameCube's coming, so that's good. Had my NES since 1986 and I haven't beaten all the games for it. I have it, but it's awesome. My console still works. Why can't we have everything Nintendo systems to last forever? Yeah, it depends. All right, take it easy, Shinru. Thanks for coming out to the stream, man. My body is ready. My body is Reggie. Oh, you need to educate your boy Dreamcast guy. Keeps on spouting $80 Switch games. There's nothing to educate him. I think his audience has already told him, and I think people have already told him. I don't think he's gonna stop doing that. There's nothing to really educate him on. He's just gonna keep saying it, so it is what it is. So I think I got a cool video for tomorrow though, about the misinformation, how it's actually helping people understand the system more and actually research more, because people know that there's a lot of misinformation. So I got a video tomorrow that will probably talk about that. So Michael Williams for the Niners, I don't know who that is. What position does he play? Walmart pre-orders was based on the store's zip code, because they do express delivery to get you by 9 a.m. Mine still have the bundle for pre-order. Oh, 9 a.m. on the day, 9 a.m. or 9 p.m. Which, like the day before, like midnight release, or the day of? Defensive end? Oh, defensive end. Okay, yeah, they need a defensive end, so that's good. AM, okay. Walmart tanked cooked site. A lot of people had success with Walmart. I had success with Walmart. I was in line. I held my spot in line, and everything was good for me, man. Everything was good. I didn't have a problem. It was good. It was good. It was good for me. But I know there's some people, there was at least one person that had a problem with almost every single site, you know? So it was one of those things. Ed 65260, that's good. I hope they actually hit on them, because they've drafted a number of edges and a number of defensive linemen that they've missed on. So hopefully he's good for them. But yeah, they definitely needed defensive line or offensive line, you know, so that's good. It's a good pick. Like many bring up how eShop Switch and Switch 2 will shut down eventually. Forgot that you'll probably be able to download digital games, digital library when we move to Switch 3. Yeah, probably. They'll probably move everything over digitally, just like with Switch 1. You can still download all your Switch 1 stuff, and I think they'll probably move things over. But no, I get like the threat of all digital though. Like I get that. Like that's a legitimate threat. Let's see, bro. I had a great experience with Best Buy. Literally got everything from there. I did not have a great experience with Best Buy. A lot of people did not have a great experience with Best Buy. So I don't know. You're lucky. Xenoblade 4. Oh, I love Xenoblade 4 to come out. That'd be great. Or at least the new model and soft title. Walmart has them in stock now and again. Okay, so maybe you might want to head over to Walmart. Is Adroxus still here? Walmart, Adroxus. Might want to check Walmart online. Hey, chat, please pray for RGT and his family because he didn't get a Switch 2. A lot of the old GameCube games are super expensive on eBay now. I can finally check out some of them like Chibi Robo. Screw you, eBay. That's true. I think that the Switch 2 online might actually help out with that, right? I was that person after spending 3 hours on multiple sites. Nothing. Oh man. I don't think RGT was able to get a Switch 2. I think that's the problem. I had a great experience with Bex. I don't know what that is, Brian. Shout outs though. Oh, Best Buy. Okay, cool. Best Buy. Why isn't RGT getting a Walmart drop? I'm not sure. Maybe he doesn't know if the Walmart drop is happening right now. Oh no, his stepdad just had a stroke? Oh, his RGT's, I think you guys mean his stepdad. His stepdad had a stroke. Oh man. Oh, okay. I'll DM him later. Very sorry to hear about that, but I'll talk to him later. I didn't know. I thought it was because he didn't get a Switch 2. But his stepdad had a stroke. Damn, that sucks. Strokes aren't good. They can permanently change you. The fact that Nintendo showed some of the most expensive, but I will definitely DM RGT, see how he's doing. But, you know, give him some time to be with family. The fact that Nintendo showed some of the most expensive old GameCube games online, Chibi Robo and Fire Emblem, they know what they're doing. Yes, Fire Emblem was a good one. That was a good one. She's probably stressed trying to pre-order. No, his stepdad was not trying to pre-order. Did Josie or Celia get Switches? I think Celia's gonna get one. I don't know. I didn't see her what she said, but Josie, I think Josie had to drive 1 hour because Josie lives in like the boondocks. So like she had to drive like 1 hour to like a different town to be able to get one. So to wait at GameStop. So I think she's good. Speaking of Astral Chain, though, we definitely need Astral Chain on Switch 2. We need a Nintendo Switch 2 edition, or we need an update. I think a free update would be good. Fingers crossed for Twin Snakes. Ooh, Twin Snakes would be good too. You know what retailers are canceling pre-orders? Pretty much all of them except for Best Buy. I've heard of canceled pre-orders. Walmart, Target. Those are the two that I've heard. But maybe some from Best Buy, but I haven't heard from Best Buy a lot. So yeah. She has to drive 1 hour for Wi-Fi. Her Wi-Fi so trash. Gotta drive 1 hour. Same, 90 minutes. The closest stores for me. Dang, 90 minutes, Custom. At least you did. Were you able to get one though, Custom? Nope, that person lied. Had nothing available on Walmart, Target, or Best Buy. Maybe it's just going in and out. Cyber toast another $5. Ninja Peach.
You know what's easier than Switch 2 pre-orders?
What?
Picking the Metaphor Refantasio battle theme for a music track.
Hey, let's go. Metaphor Refantasio. We need that to come to Switch 2 as well. We need that to come to Switch 2. That game is lit. That game is so lit. I love that game. Boondocks is a real place? No, it's not a real place. It's just like the boonies. That's all it means. It's like the out in the countryside, or like out in the middle of nowhere. Let's see. Anytime, bro. I'm also doing. Okay, you're talking to somebody else. Carlson and Discord is active. Okay, you're talking to Gucci Dolphin. Shout out to Gucci Dolphin. My target order is still good. Hey, there you go. I don't think my order's been canceled yet. I'm gonna check though. You guys got me out here tripping. I'm gonna check to see if any of my orders have been canceled. So I'm looking, and nothing yet. Nothing yet from pre-orders being canceled. Yeah, I got nothing yet, but never say never. I'm crossing my fingers. Yeah, my pre-order is still good. My pre-order is still good. So yeah, we out here. Uncle Ruckus is based off a real person. I mean, there's a lot of Uncle Ruckuses out there. Best Buy pre-order secured. Let's go. I'm the stone that the builder refused. There you go, Michael. I think we're in the clear at this point. Yeah, we might be in the clear. I think if your order was canceled, we would have known by now. Maybe. Yeah, House Gang. I gotta agree with that. Never been able to pre-order a game console. Only time I've been able to do new consoles around tax season sometimes, so I might not be able to get it until next year. That's fine, guys. People are going to buy the system next year, too. I mean, everyone doesn't get the system at launch, so if you can't get it till next year or something, that's fine. My daughter's the same age as Josie. She went into the U.S. Army Nurse Corps. I just hope her and Josie age can be friends. I think she'll be fine. Is there a site that watches all the sites? A site that watches all the sites? I don't know. There might be. I don't think so, though. I don't think so. There's only one GameStop on this side of the island, and it was insane. I bet. You're on an island? Oh my gosh. I bet that was probably crazy. Crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff. All good, though. Deku deals? Alright, check out Deku deals. If that seems to be the site. Hit that like button, too, guys. If you have not hit that like button, for those that are watching, if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Should we actually get into some of the topics, though? We went 2 hours and we didn't go over any. Well, we went over the pre-order madness. That's true. We went over the pre-order madness and Mario Kart World. But let's talk about the new Switch 2 analysis. So apparently, according to Bloomberg is stating that the Nintendo Switch 2 is set to become the biggest console launch in video game history, according to Bloomberg. So let's read what they have to say. So analysts that spoke to Bloomberg are predicting that Nintendo will be able to produce between 6 million and 8 million consoles by the time the Switch 2 hits the shelves on June 5th. Sony, PlayStation 4, and PlayStation 5 are tied for the best launch date with selling 4.5 million units in their first 2 months on the market. If this happens, the Switch 2 could end up being the biggest console launch video game history. I think the biggest thing how Nintendo could actually surpass that would be Japan. Japan is going to be the key to them actually doing as well or even surpassing that, because I think Europe is going to be a bit weaker. I don't think Europe is going to be massive for Europe because of price and because of certain economic conditions. US I think is going to be solid. It's going to be good for US. I think Japan is going to be absolutely extravagant. I think that's where it's going to be massive, would be Japan. So I think Japan's going to pull a lot of weight for the launch, but the US is obviously going to be the US, and Europe is going to be a bit soft compared to other regions. But there's a lot of people in Europe, though. There's a lot of places, a lot of people in Europe. So yeah, Caitlin and Justin, another $3 dono. Let's go.
What's crazy on the Walmart app? It says Mario Party Jamboree Switch 2 Physical Edition bundle sold 500 plus since yesterday. It's the secret system seller.
Let me tell you something right now, man. Mario Party is a system seller. Mario Party is a secret system seller. I think that's why Nintendo spent so much time in the Direct on Mario Party. That game is a system seller. Mario Party, like Jamboree, has been huge for Nintendo in selling systems in Japan and even in the US. I think that that's the reason why they just wanted to have a Mario Party game out for Switch 2 as early as possible, because it is somewhat of like a low-key system seller, you know? So yeah, I can see Jamboree plus Jamboree TV being pretty, people are gonna upgrade towards that, or people are just gonna buy it outright, you know? Let's see here. I think it's a record solely dependent on how many they produce. Yeah, if they produce 6 to 8 million, then yeah, it's gonna be pretty huge. Donkey Kong will move. I think Donkey Kong's gonna do great. We'll see how it moves when it comes to system selling and all that. But yeah, I think Donkey Kong's gonna be good. But I think Mario Kart's gonna pretty much pull the weight. Like, everyone's gonna be wanting that Mario Kart bundle. That Mario Kart bundle is gonna be what really moves the system all year. People are just gonna be like, okay, I want Mario Kart, you know? My mom just pre-ordered the Switch 2. I'm getting for my birthday. I don't think there's anything happening to Switch 2 at this point. My mom just purchased it already. Nice. Let's go, Nathaniel. Shout outs to Mama Mitchell. In any case, I'm just filled with the brim with joy. There's positivity radiating now with the Switch 2 pre-orders. Anytime Doomsayers are shut up, it's a blessed day. Well, I mean, like, the Doomsayers didn't really make much sense to me because, once again, Doomsayers, guys, it didn't come from all outside people, but you gotta realize, a lot of these people don't cover Nintendo. Like, listen, a lot of people like to trivialize analytical video game stuff. People don't take it seriously. Like, people don't take, well, you guys take my experience seriously. You guys take John or Spawn Wave's experience seriously. But a lot of outside people, a lot of content, or a lot of like just YouTubers and all, or people that watch YouTube don't take video game analysis seriously. What they take seriously is random opinions. So when they see enough random opinions, they think that is the norm. They think that is what people are talking about. They don't take analytical sales and data seriously at all. They don't. A lot of people aren't even smart enough to take it seriously, which is okay. You don't have to be intelligent enough to analyze data and to know what's going to happen, because there is a level of analytical research that goes into it. For me, when people said, oh, well, families aren't going to be able to buy it, so it's not going to do well at launch, that made no sense to me, because anybody that with an ounce of analytical data would be like, wait, what was the demographic for the Switch 1? The demographic for the Switch 1 was people in their 20s and 30s. The main demographic was not children buying the Switch 1. Parents buying it for themselves and their kids. So if the price goes up, it's the same 18, 19, or 20-year-old that bought the Switch 1 that is now 28, in their mid-30s, or in their 40s. They're not going to be like, well, I guess I'm broke. They had money back then when they bought the Switch 1. They have money now at this point. They didn't stop working, you know? Like, so when people would say stuff like that, like, you know, and say, oh, well, it's not the price, it's good, nobody's gonna, it's like, that makes no sense. The audience that bought the Switch 1 were already adults with money. We're already adults with money. They'll find a way. And if anything, at the bare minimum, they can trade in their system, you know? It's not like the system's $1,000. It's not an iPhone, or it's not a freaking car. It's a system. You know, so you can trade in stuff. You can find ways. You can find ways. You can save up. You know, if $450 is too expensive to you, I mean, that's literally saving up what, $25 extra a month. If $399 was affordable to you, but $450 isn't, you can find ways to save up that extra five, or that extra whatever, right? Like, people will find ways to do it. We all do. We all find cuts and different things. Like me, I cut out junk food. You know, that's what I did personally. So yeah, we all find ways to do stuff while also supporting and doing things that we want to do, right? So I think that's where people, that the doomsayers, they didn't really look. If you look at the data says it's adults buying this thing. Like, if you go to the game, it's all adults. It's all adults buying it. The adults will buy it for their kids. Kids aren't gonna be like, I wanted to Switch 2. I'm gonna go buy it with my money. Kids don't have money. Their parents have money. So that's the thing. So that's why it didn't really faze me when people were like, oh, the kids aren't gonna, like, that was a big argument from people. And I'm like, no, with Switch 1, parents bought the Switch 1 for their kids. So it's the same people, like I said, the people that were 28, or people that were 20 in 2017 are now 28. The people that were 28 are now in their 30s. The people that were in their 30s are either in their 40s or close to their 40s. Like, nothing's changed for a lot of them. A lot of them have maybe even been doing better now. So that's why it never made sense to me. Never made sense. At least not at the launch, you know? Kevin with the $5. I find it interesting that GameStop has bigger storage options for the micro SD. They have 1 terabyte coming out. I snagged it. Which micro SD are you gonna get? I want to get like the scan disc or whatever. So I don't know which one I'm gonna get, but I think I'm targeting that one, and I want to see if it's gonna be on Amazon where I can just cop it on there. But apparently, a lot of these micro SD cards are going, you know, are going and going. So we'll see what I can get. Most people aren't educated in marketing, sales, business. I had to debate. My friend thought NS2 will be the next Wii U. Once again, that's just ignorance. That's just complete ignorance on his end. It's not even like he might be, you know, educated on that, but that right there is just absolute ignorance, because you're not even paying attention to Japan. You're not paying attention at all if you thought it was going to be a Wii U scenario. Once again, the whole setup was different. Wii U didn't sell bad initially because you know, the price. It sold bad initially because the marketing was bad. It sold bad initially because the games were not there. That's why it sold bad initially. You know, like, well, it sold bad after the first number of weeks. It sold bad, right? It did okay, not as good as Switch 2. But yeah, so he doesn't know anything about the setup. He doesn't know the whole setup at all. He doesn't know why Wii U even sold bad. So everybody knows what the hell the Switch 2 is. Whether you can afford one or not, or whether you're gonna get one or not, is another question. But everyone knows what it is, and like that's why I said the misinformation and the silly videos from the clickbait videos and the misinformation actually has helped selling the Nintendo Switch 2. All it's doing is putting more bullet points of Switch 2. People look at that $80 games. Well, let me go research it. Wait a minute, I want Donkey Kong. And if you see a video where someone says everything's $80, and then someone says everything's 80, okay, well let me look. And then they go research. They look, oh, Donkey Kong 70. Oh, wait a minute, hold up, Cyberpunk 70. Oh, wait a minute, hold up, Street Fighter is 60, or it's 40. Wait a minute, Bravely Deep, wait, everything's not $80. What the heck, what are you talking about? So all of these videos of misinformation actually backfired, like with Moist Critical or with Angry Joe. They're allowed to have their opinions, by the way. They have their own opinions, but there was misinformation in a lot of the videos. There was incomplete information. That actually ended up backfiring. I wouldn't say backfiring, because I don't think they want the system to fail. They're just giving their own opinion. But like, a lot of that actually ended up to where people started researching it. More people started making videos, responding to them. People started talking about it a lot more. So ultimately, I think it ended up being a marketing boon, not necessarily a negative thing. It actually ended up being a positive thing because more people started making videos like, you know, complete guide to Nintendo Switch 2. There are a bunch of people. Philly Beats You. I made one. I think Rule 2 Review, he made something, or he did something like that. There were a number of people that came out with like guides, right, and to talk about. I think Beat 'em Ups might have did something or something like that. There was a number of people that came out and made videos. So ultimately, ended up just making more people talk about the Switch 2. At the end of the day, you know. Wii U was rough. 6 months without a single game. Wii U definitely had some droughts. Switch 2 does not have the droughts, you know. How many times are we gonna see the same people say Switch 2 is gonna fail, but then later say they never cared about Switch 2 sales? Probably everybody. If it does fail, you'll be like, see, I told you. But if it doesn't, then oh, I guess I was wrong. You know. Switch 2 hasn't already outsold Wii U, but that's funny. They are frauds and loved running with that insider gaming headline about $90 games bums. Yeah, once again, I think that once people research that, Breath of the Wild is $90. No, not really. All you got to do is actually just buy the game. If you already have the game, then you have the game, then you can just upgrade it from there, which people still didn't know that. Or you simply just buy the game used, or you can buy the game, it's like 30, 40 bucks, and then you can upgrade from there. If you want the expansion pass, you can get it. It's not really needed, but if you want it, you can get it for 20, and then the upgrade is 10. If you have NSO, it already upgrades for you. If you have NSO plus expansion pack, it already upgrades for you. So if you want the expansion pack, you can get that, or if anything, you can just boom, you're good. You can just buy the game and it plays. So people just started researching more. And when people put out these claims, all it did was get more people to research and more people to buy what they want. Like, oh, wait a minute, okay. Or more people to seek out what it is. How many people have came to my stream saying, oh, you're supporting this? And I'm like, no, it's like this. And they're like, oh, well, I still don't like it. I'm like, okay, you didn't know. It's okay, you didn't know, right? People on Twitter, whatever the case is. So it's just keeping the conversation up, and you're getting a lot of people that are coming out and saying, calling people names for literally correcting misinformation. And that's how you know that they've lost. That's how you know that the plot is lost. When people get mad that people say misinformation. Like, if you're a content creator and you get mad at people correcting you for something that was factually wrong, you lost the plot, right? So I think that's the good news. That's the good thing. I'm probably not gonna get mad at him, but we'll see. I'm still in recovery mode from last night. I bet, man. Let's see here. Most Critical is seething right now, and he really wants the console to flop. Well, it's not going to. I don't know if he really wants it to flop. I'm not sure if that's his true intention, but I don't think it really matters. I mean, Moist Critical is a huge content creator, but he's not a big enough content creator to flop a whole system. Like, it doesn't matter what Moist Critical says. I listen. That's no shots at him. He's a great content creator. Obviously, people like him a lot. But Moist Critical does not have the power to make a system flop or not on his influence. If anything, a lot of his users are probably going to buy a Nintendo Switch 2 once Smash Brothers comes out, or once a game that they want comes out. They're probably going to buy. If anything, it's helping sell the system, him talking about it. Now, what you really should do, if you really want something to flop, you should not support it, and you should not talk about it with a huge platform. That is what you should really do. So that's why I think it's a little bit, like I said, I don't think he truly does. Because if he truly did, he would not talk about it. Big content creators know their influence. They know how much they can get paid for literally talking about something, positive or negative, depending on the situation, right? So with him, if he's constantly talking about it and constantly discussing it, that's just gonna help it, because people are just gonna be like, well, you're not the boss of me, I'll buy what I want. I mean, he doesn't have everybody that watches him is not a drone and just follows everything that he says. A lot of people are like, no, well, I think it's gonna be good. Yeah, he has a lot of people that might say, well, screw the system, blah, blah, blah. But ultimately, he's just giving it free advertising, even if he hates it, you know? Even if he hates it. So, in my opinion, if you really want something to not do well, you shouldn't talk about it. You know, that would be my thing. Don't talk about it. Don't support it. Don't give it free advertising. You saying that you don't like it, it flies in the face of people actually playing it. Like, it's like, you say, oh, this sucks, and this, and it's like people look at it like, wait a minute, hold up, that's actually pretty cool. Like, yeah, there's some things that suck, right? The game key cards, there's some things that are not good, but it's like, wait a minute, hold up. I can play Cyberpunk, like, you know, in this good of quality and like anywhere that I want. Oh, wait, hold up. I can play Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom in 60 frames per second. Wait, hold up. That was the main problem that I had with Switch 1. Like, people start questioning their anger. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling you, it happens. Have y'all ever seen a part like, I don't like that, but then you see more of like, damn, that's kind of cool though. That's actually kind of cool though. Like, so if anything, like I said, I personally feel people are gonna be like, oh, wait a minute, hold up, that's actually, I can play Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild. Wait, hold up, Metroid Prime 4 is running at 120 frames. Wait a minute, hold up, 120 frames, 1080p, 120, 4K 60. Wait, hold up here. You got a new Donkey Kong game coming out? Run in and look. I like Donkey Kong. Or wait a minute, hold up. Wait, a new Kirby game? Oh snap! What about when Smash comes out? You know it's gonna. What about the new 3D Mario? Like, I mean, listen, it is what it is. Like I said, nothing's perfect, but at the end of the day, when you want something, man, you're gonna get it. You live once. I wouldn't let some Jesus-looking dude on YouTube talk you out of getting something if you think it looks lit. Now, if you don't want it and you don't think it's good or whatever the case is, then don't get it. You know what I'm saying? And that's fine. But I ain't never gonna let somebody on YouTube tell me with like a system launch and games. Don't ever let somebody influence you to not experience something if you think it looks good. So I don't, like I said, if you think it looks good, once again, it's no hate on Moist. He's saying, like, he says his opinion, he gives his true thoughts, and well, he doesn't always give his true thoughts, but I think he's a great content creator. I think he's really good. I think he's a really good content creator. I think he does a great job in terms of some of the stuff that he does with Smash and some things. You know, there's some things that I don't like, and he doesn't care about me, doesn't even know who I am, and that's fine. But what I'm saying is that, to me at least, I think if anything, it just shows, it gets people to research the system more, and they're probably gonna end up buying it more because of it. So yeah. Wait, this new Switch is kind of looking. Yeah, dude, listen. If you're a gamer, you can't sit there and tell me that it doesn't look kind of lit. You can't sit there and tell me that it doesn't. Like, unless you just hate Nintendo first party, or maybe you just hate portable gaming, or you just hate. But like, you get the dock, you get the Switch 2. It's 120 frames per second screen. You get HDR. You get VRR on that screen. It's beautiful. You get HD Rumble, the Joy-Cons. You get two controllers. You can pass the controller and have instant play. You get game share. You can share like Split Fiction, or you can share certain multiplayer games. You can do DS like download play now with game share, right? There's a lot of cool things. Like, they've upped the tech significantly. A lot of the issues with Switch 1, they fixed. You can't sit here and tell me that Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild, the main problem was the frame rate for many people. Also some game structure, but for a lot of people it was the frame rate. That's fixed. You're trying to tell me you don't want to experience that? Like, I guess, sure, why not? But it looks cool, man. Like, it looks fun. But not for everybody, though. Not everybody likes Nintendo games. Not everybody, obviously you can buy like a ROG Ally, or you can play games on PC, better frame rates or whatever, but it looks pretty cool to me, man. It looks cool to me. Kevin with the $4.99, it says, are peeps still mad about the prices? Seems to have came and gone. Some are, but some aren't. Right now we're really in the cope, seethe, and accept phase. There's still some things that I'm seething about, like game key cards and certain stuff that I don't like. But for the most part, people are, 5 stages of grief at this point. People want it. We want to play Nintendo's first party games. I mean, at the end of the day, like, we're gamers, right? We all want to play games and have fun. And the stuff looks good. It looks high quality. it's not even like you can say like the Wii or like even like with the Switch with some of the stuff, like, oh man, there's frame rate dips. We watch a Xenoblade trailer, we watch something, it's like, okay, yeah, it's gonna be lit, but you know, frame rate, like, we don't gotta worry about that anymore. At least we know it's gonna be locked 30. At the bare minimum, we know it's gonna be at least, hey, give us 1080p, give us locked 30. Maybe there's performance modes. Like, it's so like the quality is so much higher off like, from like the bar, which would be like Nintendo's first party games. The quality is just so much better, right? It's just so much better. So a lot of us are excited, man. A lot of people are excited, and that's just, it is what it is. Let's see, Moist criticism is just PC Matt. I don't watch him, so I don't know. So I'm going off of what you guys say, but once again, it's not a hate on Moist, man. Like I said, I think he does a great job. I'd love to be on his show if he wants to have me on and we can talk Switch 2 and what's good and what's bad. I mean, that'd be great. I mean, I'll never ask, but I mean, if you wanted to have me on, I'd be down. You know, I'd be down to go on and talk. Let's see here, bro. People should stop talking about Nintendo getting away with everything. There are many YouTubers also getting away with intentionally spreading misinformation and downplay Switch 2. Listen, guys, you're only gonna get away with what you can get away with when it comes down to it. You ain't gonna get away with something that people aren't willing to let you get away with. So when people say that Nintendo's getting away with something, they're not getting away with anything. People don't care. Like, there's one thing. There's people that like, okay, yeah, I understand, but I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's almost like sometimes like your girlfriend or your boyfriend. Oh man, that nose is kind of big, but she's nice. I don't care. Oh man, she doesn't have all the features I want. Oh well, this other stuff is good. So it's like a concession thing, because nobody's perfect. You know what I'm saying? My wife told me all the issues that she had too. Let me tell you that right now. She's like, you know, there's this and this about you. Maybe I would have liked if you're like 6 foot something, but you know, there's this about you. So everybody makes concessions on what they like and what they don't like. Okay. Everybody makes concessions on what they like and what they don't like, or what they want to support and what they don't want to support, or what they like and what they don't like, you know? So that's really what it comes down to at the end of the day. You're not happy with everything, but you're willing to accept it because you feel like this is good for me, you know? Super Christian People with the $1.99 says, there's a bug in the air. It's not the flu, it's FOMO. I don't know if it's 100%. It could be FOMO, but I think it's people just actually want to play, like they want to play Mario Kart. Like I think it's just like a lot of people just want to play Mario Kart, man. They just want to play Mario Kart. So I pre-ordered 2 Switch 2s at GameStop, 1 per each store, no issues. Hey, there you go, Charleston. Moist multimillionaire definitely buying 10 Switch 2s. I mean, he'll need it for Smash Brothers. Kmart, I think there's like 1 Kmart in the world or something like that, or 1 Kmart in the US. The fact that I can jump in with friends and watch them play different games. What games? I think that's smart. Yeah, I think that the even though the frame rate's not the best, but I think that, you know, the fact that you can actually play different games with people, and even if you have, I think maybe with 2 people, maybe the frame rate won't be as bad. So if it's just you and a buddy, you know. But yeah, I think it's good, and it's good that Nintendo showed it that way too, so people don't get expectations that it's not like it's like super smooth. So at least we know how it looks. So it's like, okay, it's not great, but at least we know it's not like false advertising or something, right? A little bit of both. 11 years of Mario Kart 8 and FOMO. I think it's definitely a little bit of both, but I mean the Switch. Here's the thing though. Here's the reason why I think that it's not. It could be FOMO, but a lot of it might not be. We've been waiting so long for a new system. People have been begging for a new system. People have been pleading for a new system. Am I not right here? We have all been saying, okay, it's about that time. Listen, it's been 8 years. This has been the longest gap between Nintendo systems. Everyone's been saying, okay, it's time for a new system. So while yes, maybe it's FOMO, but it's actually people just wanting to upgrade. Like people have been asking for, like literally been asking and begging and pleading for a new system. Now, if this system was coming out 4 or 5 years ago, I think FOMO could be more of the equation because the generation didn't go on that long. But the fact that people have been begging and pleading, have been asking for better frame rates, I cover Nintendo freaking every single day. I read comments every single day. I look at stuff. I know what people are saying, and people have been asking for a new system for a very long time. So I do think that there is actual intent to say, I want a new system. You know, like I want a new, like I think that there is, like I said, there could be some FOMO. Yes, I'm pretty sure that there is. But most of the people that are buying the Switch 2 right now are longtime Switch owners that look at Mario Kart, that look at Donkey Kong, that look at Pokemon, that look at Zelda, that look at all, say, I like all this content. I want it, you know? So I think Nintendo did a good job of showing the available content coming. Unlike the Wii U, even if you're a big Nintendo fan, you looked at the lineup and they're like, okay, well, it's just a bunch of crusty third-party games. And what else is there? The new Super Mario Bros? What else is there? They didn't really show any big, you know, for launch. Like, they didn't really show anything. They showed new Super Mario Bros. And they showed what? Nintendo Land? What were the other third-party games that they showed? Or first-party games that they showed? Nothing. They didn't show enough. We had to wait till January, and that was crucial. That they already let months go by with people just not being hyped for the system. Nintendo turned that around this time, right? This time, and also with the Switch 1, they did a good job of saying, hey, look, we have a roadmap of big first-party games that are going to sell, right? That we know that are going to sell, that are going to help sell the system. We're not just going to show you 2 games and say, okay, well, we'll let you know when it is. That's what they did with the Wii U. That's what they did with the 3DS. Oh, well, we'll let you know when we're going to tell you. No, they lay out a whole roadmap for the calendar year. Hey, this is what you're going to get at launch. This is what you're getting next month. This is what you're getting over the summer. This is what you're getting in the fall. This is what you're getting Christmas time. So we know, okay, Pokemon Legends is coming. Kirby Riders is coming. Air Riders is coming. Metroid is coming, right? Hyrule Warriors is coming. We know that there's going to be, obviously, Donkey Kong is coming. We know we got Kirby and the Forgotten Land, the upgrade, plus the Star Cross Worlds. We got Jamboree. We've got Switch 2 updates right there at launch. Like, they let us know all the content, so then you can feel confident. Like, oh, okay, I feel confident in my purchase because I want this, 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 and this, right? So that's the big difference with, like, you know, FOMO, right? And actually people just saying, well, I want it, you know? So yeah, in my opinion. Let's see here. Switch 2 needs theme home screens. Hopefully it gets it, but I look at a home screen for like 2 seconds, so I don't really care too much, but I know people do care about that, so hopefully they get it. June direct incoming. Yes, there's probably going to be a June direct. June or July. Let's see. I'm still waiting for the full roadmap. I mean, we still don't have the full roadmap for this year. We still don't have the full roadmap. We have like a partial roadmap. We don't have a lot of the second half games dated. We have a lot of like the first half stuff dated, and we know about it, but we still need like the second half roadmap. But we know that there's a lot of the games coming, right? We know Elden Ring's coming. We know Final Fantasy is coming. We know about the stuff that's coming up. We know Dustbloods is coming next year. We know Kirby's coming. We know Hyrule Warriors is coming. Like, we know that what's coming in the second half, but we still need to get dates, you know? No May Direct? No, we just had a Direct in April. Why would there be a May Direct? We had 2 Direct. We had a Direct in March and we had a Direct in April. Why would there be a Direct in May? Splatoon 4 potentially being 1080p 120 with mouse controls is crazy. That is going to be very good for mouse controls. I agree. My social media timeline was a mix of, wow, Nintendo was causing artificial scarcity and pre-orders are so easy to get. GameStop. Artificial scarcity is definitely not true based off of what we know with pre-order shipment numbers. This would be the worst time, especially with tariffs. Nintendo would be the dumbest company ever to try to do artificial scarcity with systems when you need to get those systems moved over to the US and shipped here and get them ready to go, because we have a tariffs looming. We already have a 10% tariff from Vietnam, and that could go up. So why would you hold back systems? No, you want to get those systems shipped over here and sold as fast as possible with the 10% tariff, because if you hold back and you wait, yeah, you're gonna have a bunch of systems coming in with a higher tariff, which you could potentially have to raise the price of the system. So no, that'd be the dumbest thing ever to do something like that. I'm thinking we might get another direct in late June or early July after the console. Yeah, I think after the console launches, I think we'll get a direct. Yeah. I heard Switch 2 capable of playing GTA 5. GTA 5? GTA 5 is a PS3, Xbox 360 game. So, yeah. Switch 2 launch is basically getting the console on sale. It'll be $600 or more later. The folks who missed out. If Nintendo was able to keep the price at $450 to $500, I think that would be the biggest W, because Microsoft and Sony are going to launch their systems, and they're going to be expensive as heck because of the tariffs. Unless they're able to, like, a lot of the manufacturing is done in China, so I don't know what they're going to do. I'm pretty sure Sony and Microsoft are having a little mini meltdown over these Trump tariffs in China. But then again, I think there was some news that he's going to reduce the tariffs, but there's still going to be a tariff on there. Some of them are exempt if they can prove like it's a PC or a computer. So I'm pretty sure they're thinking of ways to get around that tariff right now. I was able to pre-order it at Walmart. I did not purchase any games with the system. I just purchased a camera, a Pro Controller, and the Mario Kart World bundle from Walmart. That's the thing. Many YouTubers do think Nintendo is a dumb company. Yeah, and of course that doesn't. And I do think that many people do think that, but obviously they're not. Like clearly they're not. Have you been able to find Bravely Default Remastered physically? Literally can't find it anywhere. The key card? No, not yet. Splatoon 3 getting the update for Switch 2. Nothing announced yet. Even if most of the tariffs are reduced, companies will still be nervous over the uncertainty. Exactly. It's the looming uncertainty of tariffs. It's like, okay, yeah, it's low now, but what if it's not low later? What if they decide to, like, we've seen tariffs just randomly go up and we're going to slap 150, 200% tariff, you know, it's random, you know? So it's like, okay, you know? All right, take it easy, sis. Thanks for coming out to the stream, brother. Preorder Mario Kart bundle, both at Walmart and Target last night. Nice. There you go. You didn't the case that comes with the screen protector? No, I don't like screen protectors. I'm not a fan of screen protectors. I don't like using them. And no, I don't have a case, but I think I'm gonna buy a Satisfy grip, and that's gonna come with the case. Like I have this one right here. This one's not gonna fit the Switch 2, unfortunately, but these Satisfy grips are really good. And yeah, so I'm gonna roll with this one. Actually, this actually comes with some thumbstick stuff for the thumbsticks. This might be actually good to use. But yeah, I'm just gonna roll with the Satisfy case. A quick question, OJ. Does the leap from the Switch to Switch 2 remind you of jump from NES to Super NES? Ooh, it's a good question. It does remind me of a big jump. It reminds me of, like, in more modern terms, maybe like N64 to GameCube. That's what it reminds me of. And the reason why it reminds me more of N64 to GameCube than NES to Super Nintendo is the frame rates. I think that N64, like, NES had some frame rate problems, but so did Super Nintendo, but they're pretty much, you know, you'd have 60, you'd have 30, whatever. But the N64 was notorious with bad frame rates, right? Like, it was just, we didn't know about it as much back then, but we knew that frame rates were bad. The games played slower on N64. A lot of games did. Not every game, but a lot of games. I mean, Twilight Prince or Ocarina of Time runs at 20 frames per second. But when we went to the GameCube, a lot of them bumped up to 30 stable or even 60. 60 frames per second games were like almost unheard of on N64. So it reminds me more of N64 to GameCube, because N64 was great. It was fun. There was a lot of good things about it, just like Switch, but a lot of the issues were the frame rate stuff with the game. But now with the GameCube, the frame rate stuff was just like, oh man, like a lot of it just went away. It was a lot of games were smooth and were great to play. So I think it's more similar to that, to me at least, you know. So I got these Satisfy thumb grips. Let's see if it works on my Switch 1 case here. I turned this off, but I turned off this switch, but I guess it sometimes turns on. So let's see. I remember the NES cooldown feature was a cool slow motion feature. I used to think that when the NES slowed down, I thought, okay, the game has such intense gameplay and graphics, it has to slow down for me to be able to even handle what's happening on screen. Like, it has to slow down. Like, it can't possibly, you know, be able to run all this action, you know, in the frame rate that it's at. I wouldn't be able to handle it. That's literally what I thought back in the day with the NES. Like, I just thought it was a necessary thing, because you need to be able to handle all the action that is happening on the screen at the time. So yeah, this is a Switch OLED. I have the white Joy-Cons. My son hyper-fanged one of the white Joy-Cons, so these actually feel slicker and aren't as good. Yeah, I don't know if I like these as much. They feel a bit more slick compared to the standard ones. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take them off. Yeah, they feel too slick. Let's see here. But yeah, this is an OLED. Oblivion Remastered is fire. I'm done with Bethesda games. Shout outs to Rax the Great. What's up, Rax? I think I'm done with Bethesda games. After Starfield, Nick, I said I'm cashing out. I said I'm cashing out. I just said I'm done. So I'm not going back to Oblivion, and I'm done. I might not even play the new Elder Scrolls game, like whenever that comes out. Fallout I'm done. I didn't play Fallout 76. I'm good. Whenever the new Fallout game comes out, I'm not playing it. After Fallout 4 and after Starfield, I gave up. Yeah, but I don't really consider Doom Bethesda. I mean, it is, but I consider them more of like id, right? And even then, like, I don't really like Doom either. Like, I'm not a huge fan of Doom, and I don't think I'm gonna get Doom: The Dark Ages. Like, I don't think I'm gonna play it. So, even though I'll buy it at some point, and maybe I'll play. I always buy Doom games, but yeah, I don't think I'm going to be like hyped up for like Doom: The Dark Ages or anything like that. So yeah, for me, I'm just kind of I'm out on Bethesda for the most part. But no, they're good. It's good stuff though. Let's see. So, is there a performance and quality mode in handheld, like a way to switch back and forth? Some games will have performance and quality modes, and yes, you'll be able to switch on handheld or docked, but it's gonna vary from game to game. Some might not have them, some might have them. Shout outs to Rax though. Rax, were you able to get a system? Any rumors about Metaphor coming to Switch 2? It's the same rumors that we've already had that it's coming. Ryan from the Bronx / Midori put that out there, so I think it's gonna happen, but nothing new. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it'll happen. GameStop is giving out free Switch 2 screen protector if you have a pro membership. Nice. I don't have a pro membership though, but nice. Doom is it. Just happens to be owned by Bethesda. I know, but it's like Bethesda, right? It's still under the Bethesda label. But yeah, it's id, but it's under the Bethesda label. Let's see. Oh yeah, the 60 frames per second game on S4 was F-Zero. I think Extreme G2 were also targeting 60 frames, but could be stable, but intense racing action game. Yeah, well, also Super Smash Brothers, and I think the Yoshi game was also 60 frames as well. So there were a small handful that were 60. What will be the new holiday bundle for Switch 2? Kind of be redundant for Mario Kart World if bundled already? Bro, I think that the new bundle will be Mario Kart again. They'll do something different. They'll take it, they'll package it again, and then they'll say, hey, look, you get like you'll get like 3 months of Nintendo Switch Online. That's what they're gonna do. It's gonna be the same thing with the digital download, and then say, hey, look, for holidays, you get 3 months of Nintendo Switch Online. That's what they're gonna do, dude. That's what they're gonna do. I'm almost positive. I would bet money that's what they're gonna do. Huddy says, I'd play Oblivion, but Claire Obscura is here, and it's been most anticipated. Yes. Yeah, shout outs. Yo!
Valuable item.
Destiny FOMO with the 10 gifted memberships. Yo, my girl Destiny! Thank you so much, young lady. I appreciate that 10 gifted. You guys give some love to Destiny FOMO. She has an awesome channel too on YouTube here. She talks about video games and other stuff. So make sure you check her out. She's awesome. Shout out to Destiny. Gotta have you back on the stream one of these days, Destiny. Gotta have you back on stream. We haven't spoken in a while. A big love, Destiny, though. Seriously, you are awesome. Appreciate you, young lady. Destiny, you've been young for like forever. I've known you for how long? You still like 22. Or you still like 23. That's a joke, though. It's a joke. Seriously, though. Shout out to Destiny. Scott Wade. Thank you so much, Scott Wade. Got the membership from Destiny. Anthony Cardona. Star Mixie. Saucers over CA. 16-bit rivals. Melface Sky. Alexandre. Magd. Melface Sky. Magd. My World Gaming. Thank you guys so much, man. Or thanks to Destiny for hitting us up with that. You are now the new gift ninja. Hey, yo. Thank you so much, Destiny. Appreciate that. Zoo with the $5 dono. Let's go, Zoo.
Who the hell WANST a video game console to flop? These PC bros are insufferable. Almost as bad as Nintendo fans. But not as bad as Steam Deck bros.
Almost as bad. I think that all fans can be really bad at any point. Like, fans of all fandoms can be really bad. That's what I realized. Shout out to my man Zoo. Big love, man. Let's go even further. Big love to Destiny, too. Let's get her a combo break for Destiny as well. Big love, Destiny. Shout outs. Yeah, man. Like, I think all fans can be terrible. But I realized that Deck Bros are crazy. Like, that's the one thing that I realized. Like, Deck Bros are quite possibly one of the most rabid fan bases out there. Like, Deck Bros, you can say something like PS5 owners, you can at least say something positive and they'll be like, okay, cool. OJ said something positive. They might not like me, but they can always say something positive. Or I could say, or even Xbox fans, okay, he said something, okay, cool about it. But Deck Bros, you can make a video, bro. I said a lot of positive. They do not care. They get so angry over things. They get so mad. I've never been attacked by so many Deck Bros in my life, but you know, hey, look, it's a small cult, it's a small clan. You know, they got to stick together. They got to build their power. They don't have much power outside of it. I mean, Valve don't even support them. Valve don't even make nothing for the system, so they didn't even get no support from Valve. I mean, you get your updates, but it's a joke. It's a joke, guys. All right. But yeah, deck bros are kind of crazy. They really didn't like the fact that I said that I sold my Steam Deck for Nintendo Switch 2. They didn't like that. That got them heated. That got them heated. They were angry. I had a dude that looked like Johnny Bravo in a banana suit coming after me. Middle-aged Johnny Bravo coming after me in a banana suit. He was so angry. He's still making clips. So angry over. Still salty, making clips. Angry as hell. Looking like Johnny Bravo with tiny little legs and a big old upper body. All those steroids ain't helping you, fam. All them steroids and creatine ain't helping, fam. But yeah, dude, like I had some people coming after me, man. It was crazy. Just for saying that I sold my Steam Deck for a Switch 2 because it was a paperweight to me. I didn't say it was a paperweight. I said it's a good system, but I just said, hey, look, it's not for me. You know, I'm looking for something a little bit different. You know? But yeah, they got mad. He got mad. Let's see here. Sold my Steam Deck for Switch 2. Don't make the video. I'm a deck bro. I meant the crazy deck bros. Not the logical deck bros. The crazy deck bros. The crazy ones. Let's see here. How dare you sell your Steam Deck after you bought it with your own? I know. Doesn't it sound ridiculous? How dare you sell it, and how dare you talk about it when you spent your own hard-earned money on it? How dare you? How dare you? We're gonna show you a thing or two. You bootlicker, you drone, you fanboy. You sound like a complete moron. You sound like a complete idiot. Like, it's so weird. I listen, I saw videos from deck bros and from people saying, Steam Deck has been announced. Nintendo Switch 2 is irrelevant. I saw videos from the same people that were attacking me. I didn't care. I saw that. I remember seeing that. It came across my timeline. I was like, all right, we'll see. We'll see about. I don't know about that one though. But hey, look, it's your vid. It's your whatever. You can make the vids that you want to make. You want to do what you want to do. You can do it. I don't have a problem with people making videos like that. That don't make me feel any type of way. I'm not Nintendo. Even if I was, I'm like, that'll make me feel. If somebody wants to sell their system, or if Steam Deck has come and dominated Nintendo, or Nintendo's not irrelevant, okay, that's fine. That's your opinion. I mean, it's not based on reality, but that's fine. That can be your reality. It can be your reality. It can be your, you know, your thing. So yeah, that's the thing that I'd say, man. That's the thing. Like, it doesn't have to be. You know, I don't care when people get upset and they don't like Switch. That doesn't hurt my feelings, you know? Like, that doesn't hurt my feelings or nothing. Like, if you don't like it, then you don't like it. Then sell it. It's your money. It's your cash. It's your life. It's your job. Do what you gotta do. You know? It's okay. Okay, you're a crazy Steam Deck, bro? Hey, I'm sorry, bro. I had to sell the Steam Deck for the Switch 2. Because the Switch 2 out here up in price, bro. You know, your boy, I gotta take care of my little one. You know, he needs his milk. So that Johnny Bravo dude's video a few years ago, actually, okay, since he talked logically, especially as Starfield should not be 30 frames per second vid, what happened to him? No, I said I saw a video that said that the Steam Deck makes the Switch OLED irrelevant. I saw that a number of years ago from him, and I didn't say anything. I didn't care. Like, it was irrelevant. Okay, that's what he thinks. We'll see. Obviously, I didn't think that was gonna be. It's not gonna make it irrelevant. Clearly, it's not. But whatever. That's fine. It's his opinion. Like, it's not a big deal. Like, it didn't hurt me or nothing. Like, okay, he made a video on it. He doesn't even play the system, but that's fine. He's allowed to have his own video. You know. Wolfden's Steam Deck and Switch 2 video is so much better than any of those other Steam Deck fanboy videos. Well, because Wolfden actually plays all the systems and has knowledge of Nintendo and all of them. Like, he looks at it from a fair lens. He's not trying to act all crazy about one system or another. Oh, I heard OJ sold his wife his Steam Deck so that he can get Switch 2. MSRP, baby. MSRP. Oh, Destiny, real quick. I want to ask you a question. Destiny, did you get a Switch 2? Were you able to pre-order one, or what's going on with you on that one? OJ, tell them what I did trade my Series X for credit for the Switch 2. Did you get 420? I heard that you got apparently GameStop was doing $420 for Series X. Is that true? I heard like there was like apparently like an ad, like it had like marijuana ad or whatever. If you trade in your Xbox Series X on 420, you get $420. So you got oh goodness gracious, that's pretty good. That's near MSRP. That would even make Dreamcast guy buckle. No, I'm just messing with Dreamcast guy. I'm just messing with you. All love, fam. I'm just messing around. Dang, bro, $420 for Xbox. Hey, that's pretty good. Flipping the switch with the $5 dono.
Deck bros are a different level of soap, less behavior. I have never seen a fan base take it so personally.
Yeah, they took that one. That one hit them. It's really not because they were really angry over like what was said. What was said was logical, right? What was said was normal. $420.69. That is hilarious. They were angry because I said it. It wasn't about the video in question, because there was nothing wrong with the video. The video was completely normal. I was respectful. It was because I said it. That's really all it was, you know? So yeah. 69 cent, baby. You got beef with No, I don't got beef with Dreamcast guy. He's my homie. We're friends. The reason why I said that, I made a little joke because when he said that he sold his girlfriend his PS5 at MSRP, and like in a video that he did so he can get the PS5 Pro, like he sold it for like $500, and then everyone was like, wait a minute, you sold it for $500 to your girlfriend? And then he was like, and then he made matters worse because then he said, I saw the video, but then he said after that, he's like, well, wait a minute, what you guys don't know is that I included a bunch of controllers and games. And everyone's like, bro, what? That's supposed to just be something that you just give to her. You're not supposed to sell it to her. You're supposed to just... And even if you do sell to her, I mean, MSRP like 500, like, you know, knock a couple hundred, like maybe 250, you know, like... I think my wife would divorce me if I ever sold her. I think I might be getting a divorce. That might be divorce time. You know, if I ever sold her something MSRP, that might be so that's what everyone was saying. That's the joke. I don't care. It's his life. It's his money. It's his whatever. I don't care. He's my friend, right? So whatever. I don't know his girlfriend. I don't know their dynamics of their relationship. I don't know. So I'm not sitting. I didn't flame him for it. I'm not flaming. I just make jokes. I make jokes about it. I'm not serious. You know. So yeah. We're just kind of like in random Q&A at this point, Michael. I think once you actually play the Switch 2, flipping the Switch, I think you'll be happy with it. I think once you actually like play the games, I think you'll be like, oh snap, this is actually pretty good. Bro was like, you're not helping your case. Yeah, that doesn't help your case. If anything, it might make it a little bit worse. The fact that you didn't include that from the beginning, you know, like you have to say it's like in a defense. But yeah, I'm getting Mario Kart World. I got the bundle, and I'm probably gonna get like Bravely Default, maybe something else. We'll see. Split Fiction. Those same Steam Deck YouTubers that made videos said Switch will be irrelevant now don't want to talk about sales. Yeah, I don't think we saw any pre-order sales, any stuff from that. I don't think we saw any of that from them. So yeah. My girlfriend is always on my damn PS5 playing Power World and Minecraft. She got that ish for Freezy. Yeah, exactly. That's supposed to be really kind of how it is. So so I can't wait to try out Mouse Mode Metroid Prime 4. I'm looking forward to trying that out like when I stream the game. I think that'd be kind of cool. Yo, Cyber Torch with another $5 Ninja Peach. Let's go.
So the latest comment from the wife. If you ever try to sell something to me, I'll take 1/2 your crap on the way out the door and good luck replacing it. Lol.
Yeah, I guess with the girlfriend, it's a little bit no strings attached with the girlfriend, right? No kids, no. That one you can get out of jail free card. It's just like, I'm out, you know, if you gotta go. But yeah, if you have a wife, a little bit different in the economics of that one. So yeah, I don't think I'd ever do that. But once again, we don't know the dynamics of his relationship with his girlfriend. She could have sold him stuff before or whatever. They might not have been dating for that long. Like, there's a lot of factors that go into it. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of factors that go into it. So yeah. And said that about selling his PS5 to his girlfriend was a very confident way. Yeah, it was kind of like that one. I would have just said, hey, look, you know, I think the reason why he said it though is because he was trying to justify buying the PS5 Pro after he called it it's a scam, or after he was so negative, he needed to find a way to get it. Because he was complaining about the price so much, so we needed to find a way to get it. You know, that was one way. It's like, wait a minute, if I sell my own, it doesn't make it as bad because it made it way cheaper. My video is still intact. So I think that might have been it. I think that was it. Otherwise, I don't see why he even says it. Just says, hey, look, I bought a PS5 Pro. You don't gotta say anything else outside of that, you know? But maybe that was it. I don't know. I didn't talk to him about it because it's not relevant. Like, in our conversations, like we don't care, you know, so it's not a relevant thing. Shout out to everybody dropping donos though. There's another $5 dono. Speaking of donos, $5 dono.
I will say this. Not being able to play Oblivion Remaster and now Claire Obscure does have the Switch 2 hitting different. The old PC finally hitting its limits. And I hate upgrading PC even more than console transitions.
Yep. I hope Claire Obscure Expedition 33 comes to Switch 2, and I think that Oblivion seems like it's going to be coming as well. I got the official camera for the Switch 2. My household bought 4. The misses and each bought their own. My own kiddos saved theirs and got theirs orders from Best Buy. Dang, Ben last name? This man got the Nintendo Switch 2 household, the House of Mario. Let's go. Let's go. Did he get a Switch 2? I don't know if he got a Switch 2. I'll ask him though. I'm in a group chat with him, so I'll ask him if he got a Switch 2, or maybe you guys seen a video. But I don't know if he got one or not. I know he was saying that he kind of wanted one. He was like, hey man, if you guys can get one, hook me up. So I think he was trying to say he wants to review it, and all that. So yeah, we'll see. Hard to get rid of the wife. Hello everyone. Yeah, yeah, definitely don't want to do that. Might get and ask his girlfriend if she can buy the PS5 Pro. He couldn't. Okay. Got the Switch 2 pre-order in person at GameStop. They had as many as they needed. Nice. Let's go, Goose. So you feeling pretty good about that? Which did you get, the regular standard or did you get the bundle? He's been sleeping on the couch ever since. It's hard to get a wife just in general, man. It ain't easy to even get that. Bundle? Nice. Let's go, Goose. Let's go. Let's go. Fiddle needs to offer more options of storage capacities instead of just 2 options. I don't think they even have 2. They only have 1 option for storage capacity, Mala. All they have is 5 or 256. They don't have anything else. So, yeah. Let's see here. Hey, yo, the path less is pretty sweet. Yeah, absolutely. The pathless is pretty sweet. Wait, what are you talking about? I still remember how I got the PS2, bought it from a woman whose ex-boyfriend had it left behind and not come back. Nice. Yeah, I bought my PS2 from someone like he was a pothead. I bought mine from a pothead because he needed money for pot. And I knew that he was gonna need it because he kept on, you know, like he said he wanted to sell it. And like I was like, he's like, I think he said $150. I was like, that's a little bit too much. He's like, 150, take it or leave it. And I was like, no, I'm good. So then later, I just had to wait a little bit till his stash ran out. And then I was like, hey man, you still want to sell your PS2? I was like, I'll buy it for 120. How about that? He's like 140. I'm like, 120, take it or leave it, fam. And he was like, all right, I got you, 120. So I bought it for 120. I got the PS2. I got Metal Gear Solid 2. I got a memory card and I got a controller for $120 in 2000. I think it was 2004 or 3, one of those 2 years. What's up, Elias? My cousin got me the PS2 bundle with Ratchet and Clank. Nice. Let's go. Yeah, 2000. It was like 2003 or I don't remember the exact year, but I remember the price, but I don't remember the exact year. Spawn's gonna be dying to tear down the new Pro Controller. I bet. Yeah, it's been 21 years since then, right? 21 years since then. It's been a long time. You know, been a long time. 20-something years. The world was almost completely different back then. 2004 was a very, very different time period, but I remember it like it was yesterday. Let's see here. Yeah, bought it from a pothead. Yes, bought it from one because I knew he was gonna need it. I remember he came and asked me for $20 one time too, like in 2005, and I gave it to him. He never paid me back, but that was okay. Came with the iToy. Oh, nice, the iToy. Yeah, the iToy was really not that great. It was just kind of like a thing. There was that one game like Eye of Judgment or whatever. I remember my friend Andre got that game. It was like a card game. It sucked. I could barely, like the camera was okay, but it was not great. It was not great at all. Pliers, let things go quick for the pot. $20 is a pot, lasts you 10 minutes. Lifetime of gaming, spend wisely, people, yeah. But he didn't play it anymore. He didn't really need it, so he wasn't playing anymore. So, I mean, like, I didn't have a problem with that. I wanted the PS2 though. I had a GameCube, and my sister had an original Xbox, but it wasn't mine. So she bought it, so I would just play Halo on it. But I had the GameCube, and I played the GameCube a lot. But there was a lot of games that I wanted to play on the PS2 that weren't on GameCube. Like, I wanted to play Metal Gear Solid. I wanted to play some of the other games. So I wanted to play God of War. I wanted to play all that. So I was like, all right, let me try to get a PS2, but I didn't have the money to buy a brand new PS2. So I knew that I could maybe get one off him, because I remember going to his house and playing it at his house, and I was like, oh, I really like this, you know. I always wanted a PS2, but I just couldn't really get it. You know, I didn't have the money. Let's see, Dreamcast guy might as well ask his girlfriend if he could buy a PS5 Pro. He can, yeah, maybe. If you really see anything from the internet in 2004, it really looks old. Yes. 2004, everything looks like old. It felt modern, but everything was old. But back then, gaming's good now. Like, there's a lot of good things about gaming. There's a lot of bad things about gaming. And there's a lot of good and bad things about gaming back then. But gaming felt more complete back then. Because in 2004, there was no DLC. There was no, like, there was expansion packs for maybe PC gaming. But for console gaming, there was no DLC. If there was DLC, what it was like a separate disc, right? That you got, and like there's like extra missions or extra stuff or something, right? But there was no DLC, there was no downloadable stores for big games and all that. Like, Microsoft had their Xbox Live Arcade, but that was just small stuff. But that was the beginning of the digital download era for consoles. But yeah, everything felt more complete. You got the game on the disc, you put the game in there, it loaded up quickly, you played it. Well, some games didn't load quickly, but for the most part, everything was so much more simpler, and it felt more complete. It felt more lit to own the games. Today's day, with all the downloads and all the things that goes on, like, it doesn't even feel that lit to own the games. But back then, it felt really good. It felt really good to actually own the games. It really did. Games were actually finished when they released back then. A lot of them were finished enough to actually pass certification, but they had issues, but it was like, oh well, you know. We got the game that introduced the DLC with Oblivion. I'm playing the remaster, and I got the stupid horse armor. Hey, there you go. Or horse armor. I can't play Oblivion, man. I can't play it. But I'm glad that you guys are enjoying it. But I have to play Claire Obscure, baby. Claire Obscure. Nintendo was shown the iToy first, but passed on it because of the cost. So the developers brought it to Sony. That was a good job that they passed on that, because the iToy was not that great. Which Metroid could have been pre-ordered today. What kind of a bummer. We don't have a release date, so I think once we get that, it's not going to be in low stock. There's going to be plenty of them, so you don't got to worry about it too much at this point, Ben. But we need a release date first before we get pre-orders. I want to play Tears in 4K 60. You're not going to be able to play it in 4K 60. What you are going to get is 1440p 60, so that's pretty good. Maybe with an upscale too. I'm still waiting for PC user reviews cleared to see if it's too buggy. The game, I don't know if it's buggy on PC. I've heard a few things, but I can't confirm that. But what I do know is that the game runs like a freaking dream, and it looks incredible. It's a PS5 game. The base PS5 and the PS5 Pro, I've been playing on PS5 Pro. And the performance mode looks like the quality mode. The quality mode hurts your eyes. It looks like you're about to cut. Like the graphics are so sharp and clear and cut. Like it cuts your eyes. The brightness just blows you away. Like it's way too graphic-y because it doesn't have like the art style is more realistic than it is like anime. So like the sharp contrast and colors on the quality mode literally cut your eyes. They cut, and the brightness just cuts right through your eyes. So for me, the performance mode makes sense, and then adjusting the gamma and adjusting the brightness because the game just has bloom and everything just, I don't know, the lighting just blasted on you. So I had to adjust it for the first time, and I had to adjust brightness and gamma and all these other things. But yeah, I put it on performance mode, and it looks and runs like a dream. It feels so smooth to run, to hit, to counter. Oh man, it is nice on PS5 Pro. So I think the game is a PS5 game. It's a PS5 Pro enhanced game. So I think that's where, if you're gonna play it on somewhere, if you have the PS5 Pro, or if you have multiple options, either base PS5 or PS5 Pro. Beacon of Chelsea with the 10 Aussie. I have no advice for somebody with Asperger's, man. I can't give any advice. I'm sorry, Enigma. But there's definitely hotlines for that. There's definitely free, things that you can get for that if you do a little bit of digging on the internet. I'm over here enjoying Expedition 33. That game is my heart and soul. I pre-ordered the game immediately and started playing. Ad as soon as it dropped yesterday, and everything's so worth it on PS5 base. Yeah, it runs good on PS5 base. PS5 Pro, it's enhanced on there. The only thing that I don't like, Beacon, there's a couple things, but the only not major, but thing that I've noticed is like, it takes too many seconds to load into a battle. I wish the battle loading was, I wish it was like seamless transition. Like it takes a few seconds to get into the battle. That's the only thing that I don't like, that I can sit here definitively and say, man, I don't really like that a lot, The fact that it takes a number of seconds to load into a battle transition, Outside of that, it's fantastic. So yeah, shout out to the Beacon of Chelsea. Thank you for the 10 Aussies. So yeah. Most people refer to retro gaming and modern gaming. To me, I love both retro and modern gaming. Quality in mind, minority. I prefer digital media over physical. Yeah, it's fine for me. I haven't noticed. I've definitely noticed. Okay, I don't want to make you notice, but if you go if you hit somebody with a preemptive attack, or if you just start a battle, it like waits, and then it goes and warps into the battle screen. What I would like it to be seamless, where it just goes, you hit somebody, you're right into the battle, it starts up, right? It's not a big deal. It is not a big deal. It's not like a deal breaker, not by any means. The battles are so fun, it doesn't matter. I just like it would have just been a little bit quicker, a little bit quicker. But that's like my only nitpick. Like I have some other things, but nothing that I'm willing to like say like, oh my gosh, this. Like the beginning city, nobody moves, so there's nobody walking around or anything like that. Everyone's just standing and like moving like still and kind of just like moving their hands. So like, but there's a ton of people in the city, but it's like there's also that, but that's not a big deal either, but yeah, I don't want to make you notice. It's not a big deal. Like it's not a Beacon. It's not a big deal at all. Like it just takes a few seconds to get into the battle. And like I said, the people aren't moving in the city. Oh well, that's not a big deal either. What percentage of people were able to pre-order the Nintendo Switch 2 from the poll you did? 75%, Pensers. Yeah, 75%. Battle music is great. Regular music is great. Sound effects are great. Graphics are great. It's all great. Well, you already know Mario Kart World and Switch 2, bro. Yes, sir. Mario Kart World and Switch 2, Enigma. Let's get it. It's going to be interesting playing the base Switch games on Switch 2. The 1080p screen is going to automatically enhance the handheld mode. Yeah, I mean, maybe, right? The native resolution of the system or of the game still might be what it is, right? But the game is running through emulation, so it actually could get some updates without actually even updating. Since it's running on an emulation, it's not running off of like native hardware. Hey, what's up, playing catch up? Can't wait to sell my Switch 2 for Steam Deck 2. Hey, man, get it done. Sell your Switch 2 for Steam Deck 2. I support you, brother. Do you think Nintendo will make a Nintendo Switch 2 Pro one day? Yes, I do believe that they will make a stronger system, because they usually do with anything that's considered portable. The Switch OLED it's not stronger, but obviously it's a higher quality system. So I guess it's much more like Game Boy Advance or Game Boy SP. It's more like a Game Boy SP. They didn't make a stronger system in that generation, but Nintendo usually makes a stronger system. Game Boy Color, right? Look at the DS, look at the DSi, look at the 3DS, look at the new Nintendo 3DS. They've done it 3 separate generations. They've made a new, portable, stronger system. So I definitely think that at some point they will make a Nintendo Switch 2 Pro. Won't it just be an OLED? It could be an OLED and it could be a stronger system. There's no guarantee that it's just the OLED. Nintendo's made multiple stronger systems in the past. So you can't just say, oh, it's going to be OLED just like Switch 1. It might not be. They could actually be like a pro system, you know? Did anyone else pick up Metaphor Fantasio's official strategy guide? I did not. I think that they could do a Switch 2 Lite, but chances are they'd probably do both. Even with all the generations that I mentioned, they did light systems as well. DS got a DS Lite first, then it got a DSi next, right? Look at the 3DS. 3DS got the 2DS, 2DS XL, and the new Nintendo 3DS, and the new Nintendo 2DS. So, like, they usually do light systems first, and then they come with the stronger system if they're gonna do it. Game Boy Pocket, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy SP, which was a clamp, and then they also did like a Game Boy Micro. So in some respects it made it a little bit smaller, the Game Boy SP, but then not. But then they did the Game Boy Micro. So like they usually do a micro, like a smaller system. Usually. I'm going to guess the Switch 2 Lite will also be 60 hertz. I doubt it. If they did a Switch 2 Lite, they're going to be using the same screen and internals. So I don't think they would downclock the hertz on there, because that would mess up some games and how the games would play. So I highly doubt that they would do that. No, probably not. Because some games have 120 hertz modes, the VRR, whatever the case is. So they wouldn't remove that. That would mess up some of the games in there. So probably not. Let's see here. The larger 3DS. Yeah, that's the new Nintendo. That's the new Nintendo 3DS XL. Yeah, new Nintendo 3DS. New Nintendo 3DS XL. Switch 2 Lite with the OLED screen would be boss. What do you think? I mean, I would buy it, sure. I like my standards because I have big hands, so I don't like smaller systems. So, but I know for some people the smaller system would be better for them. So I don't think I'd like use it. But I don't think they would make a Switch 2 Lite with the OLED screen. Unless they made like a Switch 2 Pro, like with or a Switch 2 OLED, right? I think that they would definitely put that on like the higher price system. You know, if they made a Switch 2 Lite, I think they try to keep it as cheap as possible. So I think that they would go with the same tech that they already have, the same screen that they already have, and then just make the system smaller. Obviously, no Joy-Con, so that significantly cuts back on the price. Before Switch 2, has never there been a Nintendo console with 2 cooling fans. 2 cooling fans. I think there's just 1 cooling fan, right, in the dock. I don't think so. Went to 3 GameStop locations, was able to secure the Nintendo Switch 2 consoles. Nice, let's go, Pensers. But yeah, this is all just obviously speculation, guys. I mean, anything could happen with what Nintendo does. We don't know where Nintendo is looking at potentially doing things and all that. So yeah. But oh my goodness, we went so long, and we've been talking for so long. I actually went over the time period. So I want to say big love to everybody that came out. Thank you to everybody that supported. We are over the 3 hours, but I do want to tell you guys, we do have some awesome new content on the channel today. We do have some great new content with my video that actually did really well. Over 30K views. So thank you guys so much for watching today's video. But if you haven't seen it, check it out. There's the vid. Everybody should go watch that video. Hit the like button on there. Drop a comment. There's a lot of conversations, so go conversate with the community. A lot of conversation, a lot of views on that one. So yeah, check it out, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Also, thank you to Justin, Cyber Taurus, destroying it for the no-nos today. Thank you guys so much for hitting us on a big combo breaker. Big further beyond. Let's go. Shout out to Destiny, FOMO, ending the stream as the stream host. Kage. Thank you so much, young lady. And big love to everybody here. Elite Ninja or not, you guys are all part of the awesome community here. Shout out to everybody that dropped donations. Flipping the Switch Zoo. Appreciate you, fam. Christian MeWorld. Thank you guys so much. You guys all know who you are. Pink Retina, Matthew, Lars. Shout outs to everybody here. NX Revolution, the Porter Sicilian, Justin, Cyber Taurus, Dawson, Darm X, thank you guys so much. Captain Kingston, Vlad, Alvi with the $50 earlier, and with the $10, actually $60. Thank you so much. Atomic Toaster, Cyber Taurus, Shaw X, thank you guys. Yoshi, we're gonna be back. We're probably gonna be back late tomorrow. I've got family stuff that I've got to do, so it's gonna be a late night JoJo Friday stream. And then we're gonna have an awesome Spawncast stream as well. So it's gonna be really good, man. I can't wait. So shout out to Vatcent, appreciate you, man. So yeah, I think there's a fan in the Switch 2 unit itself, but then there's also a fan in the dock. I don't know if both of them are running at the same time though. But yeah, there's definitely a fan in the Nintendo Switch 2, and then there's a fan in the dock. So yeah. Thank you guys so much though, man. I appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys being here. Appreciate all the support and love, all the comments. And yeah, we will see you guys back. We're gonna have a video tomorrow morning for sure. We might have 2 videos, and then I'm gonna have a live stream as well. So we'll see. All right, guys, love y'all so much. You guys are goats. Thank you guys for watching the stream, and we'll see you guys for tomorrow. And watch the video that I just posted, guys. Don't be busters. Watch my vid if you haven't seen it. It goes over the crazy pre-order stuff that happened. So thank you guys so much, man. Love y'all. The cool guy, appreciate you guys. V, shout out to been loyal decade. Yo, shout out to V. Love you so much. Love everybody here. You guys are goats. Be goated. Have fun, play games, all that good stuff. So we'll see you guys tomorrow, yeah? All right. Peace out.